Okay, since it's opening day, we have to cover the new rule changes in baseball. There are two minor ones. One is they've shortened the pitch clock to 3 seconds. So, no. One of them is they're tightening the shift rule. Actually, it's the penalty for violating the shift rule. Now, if a team violates the shift rule, they will see the batter can be granted first base for free, and any base runners move up a base.
They used to charge them like $5, I think.
Yeah, it used to be $5 that they had to put in the swear jar. And the fielder will be charged with an error if he's violates the rule and is the first one to touch the ball. But the batter does not get a plate appearance in this case. So that's one change. The other change has to do with something the Yankees have been doing, that running through second base deal.
Yeah.
You seen this? So this is something that where runners are on first and third with 2 outs. And so there's a ground ball that makes the defense grab the force play at second to end the inning. So if there was going to be a close play at second, teams were teaching their runners not to slow down and just run past the base as if it was first. And the theory was that if the player beats the throw at second and was ruled safe, then the run on third base would then score a run before the third out.
Right. Okay.
So, but the runner going through the bag at second would then be ruled out of the baseline and the third out, and it would be the third out. But the run would still count in those cases.
Okay, so they were running through, they would touch second.
Yeah. Run through second as if it was like running to first.
And so in the time that the second baseman or shortstop had to chase them down and tag them, that's when the run would score?
I guess so, yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So now they're going to call him out at second.
So it's just making the guy...
It gives the replay officials the ability to rule whether or not the runner heading through second base has abandoned the baseline before the runner scores.
Okay. Gotcha.
So that will be the determination.
They were just forcing the infielders to chase them.
Right.
That's actually really clever and funny.
Yeah, and you know what? I kind of... Okay, I don't want to get into the shift debate with you guys again because we have differing opinions on that. But I like it when teams look at the rules and figure out, well, what is the optimum way we can play because of this?
Yeah.
And I like it when teams figure out, okay, this is what we're going to do. We're going to run through second base, and we'll do it this way. Therefore, we have a chance of scoring. Let them have some cleverness to work up under the rules and stop constantly making the rules to where you can't have any cleverness under it and then you force your will upon the players.
All that is true, but we needed to get the ball back in play. Baseball needed some help, and you look at the changes that have been made. They have helped the game.
Yes, I agree with you. Like pitch clock and things that shorten the game are good, but it would shorten the game if we had the shift, too.
The shift rules have helped as well.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying, and I like that. Like, I think this is funny. I like it once. Hack-a-Shack was funny once. The shift is funny once when everybody goes to one side of the infield. I just don't like it over and over and over because then it becomes, okay, it's not novelty or funny anymore. It's just a beating. Okay, we're going to have a parade to the free throw line because of Hack-a-Shack. And so I think it's right that they're stopping it.
I mean, I hear what you're saying, but at the same time, it just feels like let the game naturally overcome whatever somebody's figured out how to best their opponent in this era. Like the shift, well, you're going to have to get hitters who can actually control the ball a little bit or hit around a little bit and not go to the same place all the time. It's the same deal with the wishbone. Like, I would have hated it if football said, wait a second, this is gaming the system. No, you can't run the option like this. You can't run the wishbone because it's doing the same thing every time, and it's unfair to the other team. It's like,
but
no,
that
the
wasn't
other team's
outside of the rules.
Well,
though.
no, neither was the shift. That's what I'm saying. Is like if somebody figures out a way that dominates, you've got to let defenses catch up rather than putting in rules.
It wasn't outside the spirit of the game. I'll put it that way. The shift is outside. Hack-a-Shack, all that's outside the spirit of the game. The wishbone wasn't.
Then we get into the undefinable spirit of the game.
Yeah.
Anyway, so those are the new rules for baseball. We missed a story about an unusual execution that happened right before we went on vacation. And that's the story of Brad Sigmund. And this is very, very sensitive.
I thought you were going to say Brad C.
No, he will be executed someday, I'm sure, for some crime he commits. But
Brad.
it happened in South Carolina. Did y'all hear about this execution?
No.
Okay.
I heard something about it, but not in details.
He was a 67-year-old man who was who got the death penalty for bludgeoning his ex-girlfriend's parents to death with a baseball bat. So there's a baseball tie-in.
So that's why you
it's a
had to
baseball
did it
bat.
on him today, because it's opening day.
Opening day,
Yeah.
right, yeah. He did this back in 2001. But the unusual thing about his execution by the state was that he was put to death by firing squad.
Yeah.
Only the third time, I think, this has happened since we reinstituted the death penalty.
Now, what are the baseball rules on this? There's like 3 guys who fire and only 2 have bullets, or what is it?
You know, it does not say in this story, but, I mean, there were 3 prison guards who volunteered.
Wow.
Whoa.
So it's not like these are professional rifle executioner guys. These are just prison guards who said, yeah, I got a gun.
So he was in a state where he had his choice?
Yeah, and he chose firing squad.
I thought that wasn't a choice anywhere
In
anymore.
like 2 or 3 states, it still
Choose
is.
firing squad.
I want to say
Okay.
it may even be a choice in Oklahoma.
I think it is in Oklahoma. But he chose firing squad because he didn't trust the lethal injection drugs.
Wow.
And I,
Jeez, man.
you know,
chances for that?
all these people are very wary of the execution drugs. You know, talking about how horrible it is and cruel. But how is the firing squad not worse?
Right,
It's certainly more violent.
right.
Anyway, so this guy,
He blindfolded?
they put a hood over his head.
Oh, man.
And they say he was trying to mouth words to friends and everything before the hood. As the hood's being lowered over his head, he's trying to get it out real quick and saying stuff. So they put the hood over his head. Then they safety pin a target
Oh my God.
over his heart.
Seriously?
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought that may be a Gordo add-on. there.
No. And in an unusual fashion, you know, most of the guys, when they're executed, are wearing like white scrubs, you know?
Yeah.
This guy was wearing all black. They say that's a difference in execution style. Sartorial execution style. You know the reason why? Because of the blood. They didn't want the witnesses to see all the blood as well.
Yeah.
So he's dressed in all black, hands tied behind his back, hood over his head, safety pinning, you know, some clip art from Target
Bingo,
Supercenter.
Bingo.
And
See, I think that's...
and these guys were stationed 15 feet away with rifles.
wow.
He said
For some reason, I've envisioned like 40 yards.
Yeah, me too. That
But
seems
but
really
that's
close.
ridiculous.
Why 40 yards?
I don't know. It's
why
just-
that far out?
I don't know, but 15 feet seems too close.
Yeah, I envision maybe 30 feet.
Well, there was the other one that happened recently. You know, Gary Gilmore was the famous one in Utah.
Yep.
That Executioner song was written about, Norman Mailer. And then there was another dude that had it since then, and I can't remember his name, but the executioners there were like, I think 25 or 30 feet away with rifles. This was 15 feet away, which I think there's a problem with this because you normally don't sight in a rifle that close.
Yeah.
So I think the sights are going to be way off. So you could take off an ear.
What, you want him to use a shotgun from 15 feet?
No, that'd be way too destructive. Use a shotgun on a guy? I guess at 15 feet it wouldn't spread that
It
much.
seems
Depends on what kind of
ridiculous
choke you use on
a
it.
rifle that close.
But anyway, he was shot, and they said that after he was shot, you could see the shirt, you know, billow up and puff up real quick and everything as the shots went into him in slow motion as he convulsed backwards and screamed like in the Old West movies.
Add on.
But he took 2 breaths afterwards.
See, yeah. Well, you're going to take a few breaths with the drug.
And was screaming out of the holes that were in his lungs.
Yeah, but that means he heard the shots.
Yeah, they say that all the people who were witnesses and everything, everybody jumped when the shots happened.
Probably the best way to go, and I don't believe they offer this in these United States, would be guillotine. It would be fast.
I know. Very surgical.
Very surgical.
It's just too disturbing.
They use rubbing alcohol on the back of the neck beforehand.
It's extremely disturbing, and I don't think we'll ever bring it back, but I bet that would be the quickest.
That's what you would choose if you were given the option.
Man, when you put your head down.
No.
Oh, my God.
Headhunting is a coward.
Yeah, headhunting is a coward, so no.
I mean,
And
it's
I
a
think-
gruesome way, but it's fast.
I think it's totally possible that you would maintain consciousness for several seconds, if not 30 seconds, after you got guillotined.
As my head's rolling around and my body stands up and starts waving.
Yeah. As your body stands up and your hands start trying to pry up the blade.
See, that
from the
reason
guillotine.
alone, we can't do guillotine because it'd just be a whole new joke series for you.
It's not a joke series. We're talking medical
the
stuff.
head would be going.
I guess you could still talk right in the larynx above the guillotine line. Where's the guillotine line?
All right, it says a human head, after being severed, typically loses consciousness within seconds.
So you'd have 2 seconds to say, "Go Cowboys."
You'd have a few seconds, probably, which
you
would be
imagine
really
that?
weird.
I only have enough time for how about.
You get to look back up at your severed body from the bucket.
Yeah, the last thing you see is looking back at your body as it's giving the double birds to everyone.
See,
anyway, this
disturbing.
guy. Yeah, but we missed that. The third firing squad death. Would you volunteer for that duty to shoot?
no.
No way.
The article nowhere in here mentions the person without the, with the blank
They don't
cartridge.
know, right?
Well, it doesn't mention it here, so I'm assuming all 3 of these guys shot actual live rounds. But I always think that you can tell if you're shooting an unalive round. It fires differently. The physics of it are different because there's nothing being propelled out the barrel.
I think if I'm the guy being shot, I want all 3 with live rounds, because what if the only guy with the live round kind of missed a little bit? I want them all 3 getting a shot.
Yeah. Yeah, and they use special, really chest-destroying bullets in this case, they say.
What would you do? Just roll a bullet their way with your foot right before it?
You get to choose the bullet. And you write defend, deny, and detach or whatever on them.
All right, then.
Anyway,
thank
so
you.
happy
Serious.
opening day.
Okay.
It's been over 10 years since they introduced the boom stick at the Rangers ballpark.
Oh, yeah.
The 2-foot-long hot dog that was loaded up, came with its own carrying case.
So ridiculous. And as much
Still
as
on
I
the menu.
appreciate these new items, there's only so much we can do with burritos, hot dogs, and nachos, right?
No, you're completely wrong. Because all you have to do is just add one more twist to it. It's all improvisation on a theme, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all going to be kind of the same stuff, but you add in.
We haven't done candy yet, like Skittles.
Well,
or
they'll start
Nerds
doing
or
it. It'll be a
something.
chili dog with Skittles on top of it, and we'll call it something else. That's the way it works. But they've added a boomstick burrito this time to the ballpark offerings. A 26-inch wide tortilla. a 2 foot, over 2 feet wide, this tortilla, filled with rice, beans, taco meat, nacho cheese, pico, lettuce, and sour cream.
Now that's a pizza.
That's what I call a pizza.
Or a hamburger.
For those just joining us, that's a reference to an old Saturday Night Live bit called Taco Town, where the tacos got more and more ridiculous.
Okay.
Where there was a pizza.
So this is to share, but
Inside a taco?
Yeah, it was like a pizza that was rolled up that was inside a taco and
so dumb.
pizza. Now that's what I
not-
call a taco.
But not far off.
Or whatever the line was. It was great.
Yeah, I've seen this thing is monstrous, and it's to share, but do you know of someone who could eat a boomstick burrito?
Could one of us?
No way.
Could you eat the boomstick hot dog?
I don't think so.
How long do you have to eat the burrito?
I'll give you
they don't time you at the ballpark.
No, in
You're talking
George's
about- okay.
contest.
I don't know. I'll give you an hour.
An
Like,
hour.
even back in our
Yes.
day when we could eat 14 pieces of pizza, I don't know about this.
Yes, I could for the right price.
$1,000.
Nope.
Really?
No way.
5?
Because
You know what? How about the sports braggart? Could Tyler eat this? And plus, he's skinny, so it's
Yeah,
one
you
of
don't
those
really
deals
worry
where
about him. Yeah.
he looks like a guy who could be a sneaky eater that could eat 5 dozen donuts in a
Give me
sitting.
2 days to prep, so I can starve myself a little bit.
Okay.
Okay.
Drink some water.
Look at the competitive eaters. It's always the skinny dudes that
I know
can just
it.
throw it down.
Okay, so Tyler, you could do this.
I'll try.
Okay.
All right.
I don't know
so
if I can
we-
do it, but I'll get
How
close.
much money you want?
How big is
up
this thing?
top?
Well, I think he just volunteered
Oh.
for free.
Yeah, I'll
so
do it
why
for
are
free.
you-
I'm
Why are
easy.
you bidding it up?
I don't know. I was trying to help Tyler out.
I'm a
little
bad
bit.
negotiator.
All
Got
right.
a baby to
So
feed.
what do you say? We each chip in $25? Because he should
Yeah,
be
we'll all
rewarded
chip
for
in $25.
Yeah,
For
you'll
doing
get-
this to his
you'll
body.
get $75 for
How about
doing
that?
this.
Would you do it for $75?
Yeah, I just said I would do it for free.
Okay.
This is bonus.
He's a
He is
terrible
a
negotiator.
horrible negotiator.
At 6 in the morning, too.
Yeah,
Early morning
it's 6
breakfast.
in
and
the
he has
morning.
1 hour to do it.
How are we going to get the Rangers to deliver one of those fresh at 6 a.m.?
We can get that done.
He didn't say it had to be fresh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's true.
We can have it a
Man,
week
I'm really
old,
bad
like
at this.
Norm. No, we'll get it delivered fresh.
Yeah,
Rangers will do it for us.
Yes. We
How-
could do this.
Chuck
How big
Morgan
is this?
will probably bring it up
It's
here.
2 feet long. Are we doing the burrito or the hot dog?
The burrito, I
Burrito.
thought.
Okay, yeah,
burrito
it's-
looks more
It's
explosive.
a 26-inch
Oh,
wide tortilla. So that's a
Eh,
26
whatever.
inches long.
Yeah, whatever. Just throw it in front of me.
Oh,
Okay.
man.
I bet he'll do it.
That's a guy. He's at the
He does,
end. He
yeah.
just doesn't care.
This is the way to go out. Better than the guillotine.
That would be death by burrito.
Death by burrito. That's going to be on his death certificate. Also being offered out there, lobster nachos. Interested in that? Nachos with lobster
I
on
like
them?
nachos. I like lobster. I don't know if I like them together. but
Crazy drunken noodles.
Okay.
That's stir-fried flat rice noodles mixed with Thai spicy chili sauce, egg, onions, carrots, bell peppers, tomatoes, and basil.
That's where the cray stay.
And you have a choice of protein.
Okay.
That is where the cray stay. Theodore Crazy invented
Oh,
the
yeah. He loves
crazy
that.
drunken
Thursday
noodles.
isn't ready for this flex.
Golden pouches. That's like crab rangoon. Fried wonton stuffed with cream cheese, onions, and imitation crab. What's in imitation crab?
It's like the caliendo like crab that can do a bunch of impersonations.
No, but seriously, what meat is imitation crab meat?
That's a great question.
Chicken?
Let me look that up.
Well, then why don't they just call it chicken?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't trust crab meat more than 100 miles away from the coast.
All right.
Huh.
Imitation crab is mostly made from minced white fish flesh, commonly Alaskan pollock.
Okay, well, why don't they just call it the Jackson Pollock
Bingo.
Bingo.
golden pouch then? I've never uttered that phrase in my life, I want you to know. Gumbo nachos. So here's a Louisiana twist on nachos.
Okay.
That sounds
So
good.
it's the Cajun nachos. It's got Tostito tortilla chips, and they put white queso, and then they top it with chicken and sausage gumbo. See, like I
bet.
said, all this is just you're playing ingredient roulette. You're drawing one ingredient out of a hat, drawing another one, you throw them together, and you got a new creation.
Yeah.
It's endless, Giorgio. Endless, I tell you. Another baseball-related story in Muse in the News today. There is a Field of Dreams in Bells, Texas.
Baseball?
Which is some town that's 70 miles north of here.
Yeah, for the Bells.
This family created a wiffle ball park that's a replica of Fenway.
Wait a minute. I've heard about this. They've had this for a while. We've had P1s tell us about this place.
Really?
And one sent us a picture of it a couple of years ago.
Has the green monster in left field.
It was done by some very wealthy man, right?
Has the sit-go sign in left field as well.
Wow.
Yes. This has been around for a while, but I'd love to see this.
Well, we got to make a trip
go.
up there. And
If
have
we
Tyler
play-
eat a foot long or 2 foot long when he's up there.
If we play, do we have to use the skinny bat or can we use the big caveman Fred Flintstone
Man,
bat?
I loved the caveman bat in wiffle ball.
Yeah.
I hated that little skinny
did
wiffle
too.
ball stick.
Yeah.
Were you any good with it?
No, the skinny
thin
one?
one?
No, I had to have the Fred Flintstone bat.
One that was like
And I
a car antenna? Well, that's something you don't have anymore. When we were kids, cars used to have antennas that stuck up out of the hood or something like that, or on the back of it. And it was really fancy if you had the automatic telescoping antenna that rose
really
up out of
cool.
the hood
Yes. That was cutting edge.
when you turned on the radio.
You don't have an antenna on your car?
Well, I mean, you have
Oh,
them,
okay.
but they're integrated into like the
Oh,
windshields, or they have the little shark fin that's on the top of it or something like that. They just don't
I got
have-
a full antenna.
You
Yeah,
do?
I think my truck does
Yeah.
have
Really?
a full antenna.
That
I don't
sounds
know why I said it.
that sounds very old fashioned.
It is.
Yeah.
It's very old-fashioned.
And you debate whether or not you need to take it off before you go through the car wash.
And there used to be the ones that would come up out of the A-pillar that would come up alongside the windshield, too.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway. So, yeah, we'll go to Field of Dreams in Bells, Texas.
Is it open to the public?
I don't know. Who cares? We'll break in. The TSA is saying that if you don't have a real ID, you need to get one. And I'm not talking about just like a authentic ID. I'm talking about what's called a real ID. It's where you have the little star on your Texas driver's license because you presented enough documentation when you got it redone. So if you don't have it, you need to go to the DMV. And is it the DMV you go to for driver's license?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And get yourself one. Do you have it, George?
No,
Let's
I'm
see your
checking.
license.
Checking. Stand by.
I've got one.
If you've renewed your license since 2016, you probably have one.
Oh, yeah.
Although
I'm very gold starred.
I had some weird purgatory driver's license this last time because I renewed during COVID. So I had a half-ass real ID.
Did you get a real one, though?
And then I had to go back in and get a
Okay.
real one. You got the star, George,
I
right?
got the star. Yeah.
Are you in Organ du Nord?
I am.
Okay.
And it looks like a mugshot.
Let me see yours. I haven't seen your picture. I'm pissed because my last driver's license picture was awesome. And then this one, oh, gosh. You look so much like Sideshow Bob here. It is
Up on
unbelievable.
charges.
Look at that. Show that to Craig. Tell me that's not
This man
Sideshow
was
Bob.
arrested last night in Carrollton.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we'll see that on the news shortly.
Come on.
A federal judge yesterday said that the extreme heat in Texas prisons is plainly unconstitutional. A shocker that all of the prisons in Texas are not air conditioned. Matter of fact, I think
Most are not.
only a third of them are.
It's unbelievable.
But a lawsuit was filed in 2023 by Bernie Teed. Remember his name?
Kind of.
Yeah.
He's the former, I'm probably saying his last name wrong, former mortician that's serving a life sentence. The murder that he committed inspired the movie Bernie, and he was played by Jack Black. It's a great movie with Shirley MacLaine being the older woman that he killed.
It's a great movie, and I thought Jack Black should have won an Oscar for that. He was brilliant.
He was fantastic in that. Well, the real Bernie filed this lawsuit, and then several prisons' rights groups joined. But the judge did not order all of them to install air conditioning yet. It would cost billions of dollars, but it is amazing that our prisons are not air conditioned. I don't know. It'd be popular to say, "Well, that's good. Let them suffer and everything." But the whole idea is that we don't want to do cruel and unusual punishment because we're supposed to be the greatest civilization known to man, and we know how to treat human beings, even the ones that we incarcerate.
Imagine how hot those things get, because you've seen them. You know, they're cinder block with a tin roof, and they got hundreds of guys packed in there, and it's 110 outside. And there are very few windows, no circulation.
Yeah, it says here in the story that prisoners use toilet water to splash on themselves to try to cool down. Wow. Some of them even set fires inside their cell just to have the fire hose turned on inside there to put out the fire to where they can get some water on them.
Wow.
And then a pilot, I can't remember whether I did this story or not, so tell me if I did. The United Airlines flight that was going from L.A. to Shanghai, that they get a few hours into the flight, and the pilot comes on the speaker system, says, I'm sorry, folks, we've got to turn around and head back to, I guess you're actually going to land in San Francisco. We're going to turn around and land in San Francisco. I forgot my passport. And so we got to land.
No way!
Get your new crew here. So, yeah, the pilot forgot his passport. They had to turn around, get a new crew. They ended up landing 6 hours delayed, 6 hours later than they normally would have, because they had to get a new crew because the pilot forgot his passport.
Oh, wow! Now, couldn't he have landed and just stayed on the plane? And they feed him, and then he flies it back?
I don't think that's allowed, Craig.
It's not?
Just because you touched down, that means you're in another country without the proper documentation. We can't let you leave. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and turn on that no fasten seatbelt sign.
No, hear me out. Hear me out. Because I'm thinking of a workaround for these passengers. Couldn't they have landed?
Yeah.
He doesn't even have to fly the plane back. He just goes to the back and goes to sleep, and then they take him back home. Like, he doesn't have to deplane, does he?
But he's landed there. No, he doesn't have to deplane. I don't think he does, anyway.
So he's landed there. How would anybody know that he didn't have his passport?
He's there illegally.
But nobody would know.
So we should deport him to Venezuela.
There was a workaround there. He didn't need to turn the plane around.
Birthdays today. Quentin Tarantino is 62.
I like most of his
stuff. I know
stuff.
George doesn't like him, but he did change cinema.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give him that.
Was his first one Reservoir Dogs, or was his first one Pulp Fiction?
Reservoir Dogs. Yeah.
But Pulp Fiction was the one that really was the huge
Sucked.
one. Oh. Dude. Mariah Carey, 56. Fergie, 50.
Greatness.
My favorite pitcher.
Didn't she wet herself at a concert once?
Yes, she did.
Halle Bailey is 25 from the live-action version of The Little Mermaid.
Doug Cosby is 69 years old, former Cowboys tight end, went to put in the GHB into the morning blueberry muffin.
Number 84 out of Santa Clara.
Danny hit him with a lot of strikes.
Oh, yeah.
Buster Posey, 38. And
Future Hall of Famer.
Turning 62 today, some complete spare named Randall Cunningham that no one on the ticket likes.
Donnie's guy.
I'm mad.
Donnie's guy.
He was great.
Yeah.
And you're up to date.
And it's time now to talk to another legend. We usually do this also on opening day. Joining us now on the ticket hotline is the Ranger great, the Baseball Hall of Famer, one of the greatest pitchers of all time. It's Nolan Ryan. Good morning, Nolan.
You guys there?
Yeah, we're here.
I'm sorry about that. I'm a little busy this morning.
What you doing?
I'm sitting here in field dressing a Burmese python and having a little coffee, which I'm drinking out of the coconut half shell that I got off at Amelia Earhart Island, where she was eaten to death by them giant crabs.
Oh,
right.
And I went there to look for her over spring break, and I found her skeleton there, and I buried it, but I forgot to tell anybody that I found her finally. But
oh my
anyway,
wow, that's big
weird.
news.
That's really
yeah,
strange.
I know. And the only thing I really kept from the island was, one of them coconut shells that the skeleton was using as a bra. So I drank coffee out of it.
Jeez.
How y'all doing?
Okay.
We're doing okay.
We're doing great, and I know you always love opening day.
I do, and I just wanted to say that I was just listening to your Bruce Bochy interview there, and really enjoyed that. I like Bruce, and I like that his voice can really bottom out there and talk real low. I mean, to me it sounds kind of like his breath always kind of permanently smells like this morning's coffee and last night's cigar. You get that feeling?
Yeah, he's your kind of guy.
Yeah, he's a man's man, and I like that and that.
Yeah, he caught you. You guys were Astros teammates for a short time.
We were inside. I'm excited for him, and I'm excited that the Rangers having their opening day there at the ballpark, and opening day in baseball is very special to me and Ruth, and it was very good to us, and
Sure.
because I remember back before I went fully feral and started living completely off the land, wearing only a loincloth and killing all my wild game by strangulation while quoting scripture to them until their eyes went gray. I used to play in the major leagues. I don't know if y'all remember that.
Yes,
of
we
course.
knew that.
I used to do no-hitters a lot. And that.
Yeah.
Do no hitters.
And I think I haven't checked the standings, but I still hold the career strikeout record. In
Yes,
the
you
majors.
do. By a mile.
No one's touching it.
You know who doesn't hold that career strikeout record?
Who?
That punk-ass John Daniels.
Okay. Enough time has passed. I would think that would...
No, George, it hadn't. And that guy was the worst. He tried to do one of them coup d'etats on me. And when I was the leader of the baseball Rangers organization. And I shut that down pretty quick. I threw him in a leg lock and ran his face to a birthday cake. But and it was a 3-tier deal too, so his friends got humiliated in triplicate.
Well, I don't know if you still keep up with the Rangers, but what do you think they're going to do this year? Are they going to be any good?
Well, Craig, I don't keep up with them as well as I should. I know, I don't get newspapers way out here in the country, particularly since I have no known fixed address. And so I can't keep up with what's happening. But are the pitchers still real soft and have pitch counts and all that now?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's just kind of the way it goes now.
Yeah, it's not the way I played.
You never had a pitch count?
Well, I did. My pitch count ranged anywhere from 200 to between innings Tommy John surgery.
Between
but
innings.
nothing ever stopped me. I just keep going,
Right.
But I'm going to try to be there today at the Globe Life. I got to get my horse saddled up. I'm about 250 miles away right now. And,
Yeah, you better get it.
I know, and that's why I'm going to use a saddle. I usually ride bareback Apache style, but for opening day, I'm going to throw that saddle up on there and support your organization. But I think the Rangers are going to be pretty good from what I understand. They got a good group of guys and other generic phrases like that. I don't know. They have so many new rules now. I know the games, what are they down to, like 45-minute games now? Or
Well,
something?
not that quick,
No,
but
not that quick.
Yeah, I would. We would do 6-hour games. That's what I like doing. I like pitching until it felt like my arm was going to fall off.
No, baseball couldn't keep going like that. They had to speed it up a little bit.
I can still throw over 90 miles an hour. I don't know if you know that, but
wow.
I don't play professionally anymore, but I still play every week.
And what?
I play against the Alvin Aardvarks. They're a team of baseball playing snow monkeys that live on my
Oh,
property.
that's what the snow monkeys are up to.
Yeah, they're in the snow monkey AL West. And Ruth and I scare up a team of local farmers, and we try to beat them. But they're good. We made a deal with them that if we can beat them in a 7-game series, they have to move back to Japan and go back to making anime rather than mayhem. But they're so dang good. They've been in Alvin for over 25 years now, so we can't top them, I tell you.
They just keep winning.
Wow.
Huh?
Part of it, the problem is these farmers out here can't play worth a crap. About a third of the guys only have one arm because they lost one chewed up in the combine over the years. So it's a real struggle to beat them snow monkeys back.
I would think, though, that they couldn't get a hit off of you.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, the snow monkeys, what they do is they'll send when one of them's up at bat, they'll send another one out there to come and attack me on the mound and I'm panicking because I'm trying to get the snow monkey off my back. So I got one eye on him and the other eye on the pitch clock because we do the pitch clock too.
Oh, you have the pitch clock rule too.
And about half the time I can't get the pitch off before the pitch clock.
Well, you got a lot to work with there, man.
Well, we do, and we appreciate y'all calling out here. And
Well, yeah,
I always
okay,
enjoy
I guess we're done.
using my one phone call from the country to talk to you guys.
Well, happy opening day.
Happy opening day to you and your entire organization.
Thank you.
All right, we'll see you.
All right, man.
All right, there's Nolan here on opening day.
Patreon.com/sportsgreek.
I'm not thinking tip sheet today. I'm just thinking baseball. Baseball only. Thank you. Turn it off. Of course, he chooses my liner, my news, to hit me with that thing.
Coincidence.
Yeah. All right. We have a real opportunity for those that enjoy a delicious drink to earn free Fireball whiskey for a lifetime.
All right, I like it.
For life.
You too can drink antifreeze.
Yes. So seniors who were born in 1935 or earlier will be the only ones eligible for this opportunity.
How many seniors are drinking
So
Fireball?
people who are 90 years old or older?
Exactly.
All right.
So you go to lifetimesupplyoffireball.com.
What in the
long
world?
domain name. To win enough Fireball to get them across the finish line. Participants will need to upload a photo of themselves enjoying Fireball and describe how they, quote, keep mischief alive at 90 plus. The promotion runs through March 31st, coincides with the 90th day of the year.
They're not going to give away a lot of Fireball.
You don't think so?
No, a lot of 90-year-olds are just like down in cinnamon
Shots
whiskey.
of Fireball.
How many 21-year-olds are getting their great-grandparents
Please do this for me, Nana.
Like,
please.
College is getting light. We are running out of money. The alcohol budget is light.
That would be the coolest grandma or grandpa in the world if they had a lifetime supply and just feeding it to their college student.
Legend.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea,
How
actually.
much Fireball did we go through?
Did you drink a ton of it?
We had a lot of it.
I used to drink it.
I've only had it a couple times. It's very delicious in a Dr. Pepper, but that's about it.
It is.
I
But
used to-
even if you're just shooting it, it's fine.
Yeah, I did shots of it, but man, I probably haven't had Fireball in a few years. Longer than that, I would guess.
Do a Cinnamon Toast Crunch shot, rum shot and Fireball together.
Yep.
That sounds good.
It is.
That sounds really
dangerous.
good.
It is indeed.
Fireball said the promotion celebrates seniors who have been breaking barriers since the end of Prohibition.
Since the end of Prohibition, because they're so old.
Isn't that fun?
I can't stop my heart of fluttering. After hearing that, I've never heard of that before.
Open up a whole new door for you, Donovan.
I think you did. Now, what if I...
Oh, no, what? You're not 90, so you
No,
can
I'm
get all
not
the free
90.
Fireball?
My parents, they're not 90, and my grandparents aren't with
I
us.
got to be honest, I don't think I know someone personally over 90.
You know what you guys should do? You should put in a little community service. go to an old folks' home and just chat.
Like, who here is over 90?
Go play some dominoes with them.
Befriend them, and then ask them to submit their photo to Fireball.
But we have to do that quickly. When is the day, the deadline for this?
This is going to run through the 31st. So, yeah, you've got 4 days to come up with a 90-year-old.
Watch them stare out the window for 6 hours.
That's okay. You can get a lot of things done. You can probably print something out for them,
But in their brain, it was just 3 minutes.
These are your people. They come from the age of quills and
big paper checks.
Yeah. Oh, they love paper.
Mm-hmm.
They're probably still balancing their checkbook.
Maybe.
We have a follow-up on the naked lady at DFW.
Okay.
Excellent. So cops say they were called for a welfare check and determined a woman identified as Samantha Palma in the incident report had suffered a, quote, manic episode that led to her allegedly stabbing at least 2 people with a pencil.
Oh, good Lord.
And biting a restaurant manager trying to subdue her. She stabbed the manager with his own pencil as he tried to intervene, causing puncture wounds to his head and face.
Damn!
While her teeth broke open the skin on his right forearm and caused immediate bruising.
Oh my gosh!
Police,
okay, now I can see why. If that's the case, and you're getting that information, then you have to try and handle that as carefully as you can. Well, you have to do that anyway because you know there's some type of episode going on. Sure. But my gosh, that sounds not fun.
They say she was originally found behind an emergency exit door at gate D1 of Terminal D at DFW with blood on and around her. This all went down on March 14th, so it wasn't just a couple days ago, but the video started circulating. I guess that was Tuesday. When the officers were able to handcuff Palma, cops say that she told them she wanted to, quote, be with the flowers and was in a forest. The report says she also identified as several Disney princesses, such as Ariel and Pocahontas, called herself Venus at one point. She did admit that she hadn't taken her medication. Officers later learned she was traveling with her 8-year-old daughter.
No! Oh, God, this is horrible.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
And how's the
that
kid?
Is not mentioned in the story.
No, that is
sad.
She was detained on a mental health hold, and I believe is still being detained on a mental health hold. She's been charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon.
And is she from? Do we have?
She's from Fort Worth, right?
Fort Worth, yeah.
Yeah, she apparently was practiced litigation for over 10 years. I won't say the name of the firm.
Yeah.
I found her. Man, that's highly unfortunate.
It is. It's very sad.
So
you guys know that there's 13 official Disney princesses?
Official ones?
I did not. How many did you know before you looked it up?
I knew because I did a Disney princess trivia once. You've got the 2 that he mentioned, Snow White, I believe Cinderella, what's her name, Jasmine, the one from Princess and the Frog, Tiana, I think I'm saying that correctly. Moana, the red-haired girl from the Scotland movie.
Brave.
What's her name?
Something.
Yeah, so.
Jessica Rabbit.
Not
bad.
She's not the bear in that one, I know that.
No, she's not
my
that.
princess.
I will have to look that up. Let's see.
Jessica Rabbit?
Yeah.
Yeah? She's your number one animated
she's my princess. I consider her a princess.
Merida, yeah. That's a good movie.
And then Mulan is one. The Sleeping Beauty is one.
I haven't been counting. This feels like way more than 13.
Her name is Aurora.
He's not at 13.
I think that might be all I got.
Okay.
Not bad.
That's great.
That's
way more than what I have.
Not bad.
I've seen every one of those in the last, 12 months, easy.
I know.
A Texarkana man was arrested for damaging Teslas with a mini four-wheeler, police say. And this has been kind of a nationwide epidemic. People taking down Tesla, protesting in front of Tesla dealerships, but people have been taking it to the streets. And this man, DeMarkian Marquise Cox, 33, of Texarkana, was arrested and booked into the Bi-State Jail in Bowie County. Officers received a report from the Golden Palace on Summerhill Road where surveillance footage captured a man on a mini four-wheeler intentionally ramming into a parked Tesla at full speed. The video's on Twitter. It's pretty hilarious. Officers said the officers were searching for the suspect while another report came in regarding a damage to another Tesla in a Lowe's parking lot. After officers stopped the suspect, he initially gave them a fake name, but eventually they were able to get him. He's currently charged with 1 count of criminal mischief and failure to identify, with a bond totaling $105,000. And in the video, he absolutely is on this. He's a big fella, so I don't know if this is a regular size four-wheeler and he's making it look a little smaller, but he just runs into it, backs up, does it again. It's pretty great.
Because they hate Elon Musk?
Yeah, because of Elon.
Yeah, but the person whose car that is,
has nothing to do with it, right? I guess you're just not thinking logically. If you're going to damage that car, you just
you think
automatically
Elon
think
Musk,
of him, and you're not thinking of
somebody called. Like Tesla goes, "Hey Elon, somebody rammed into a Tesla."
Well, don't the Teslas have surveillance on them where if somebody walks by it starts shooting vid?
I know someone who has a Tesla, but I've never been in it.
You sound kind of bitter about it.
Oh my gosh, that's a
He's a big boy.
My gosh,
he's a big fella.
What's his name?
I don't know.
Demarkian.
I searched Tesla crash, and it's like the second thing that.
Yeah, he is.
He's a big boy.
He is indeed. I think I've seen him on a documentary. That is a large man.
And he's trying to get that thing backed up. He's having some problems trying to.
Got a little drag on it.
Man, okay.
Yeah, there's no reason to damage somebody else's vehicle.
No, of course not.
No, but we had the video a week or two ago of, I think it was at DFW Airport. It might have been Love, of a guy just walking by and keying a Tesla.
I mean, it was.
There's just no reason.
He was a scorned lover or something like that.
You're not showing anything to Elon Musk. You're not going to change anything. You're just messing with the person who owns the vehicle.
Now, I will say, of the personalities that have a pretty fervent base, Elon is one of them. People who love Elon and the early adopters to the Tesla car absolutely love him, but I don't know why you go out of your way to just scratch up or run into somebody's vehicle.
A random. If it was his Tesla, that's one thing. But a random Tesla of someone else's, that doesn't make any sense.
For no reason, just because they chose to buy a Tesla.
Right, especially now with how popular those cars are. Just because you have a Tesla,
see them everywhere,
doesn't even mean you care about Elon Musk.
Yeah, you just like the car.
Right. They're just trying to be environmentally conscious. I don't know about you guys, but my house is getting absolutely inundated with the mosquito hawk.
That's correct.
The swarm is back, and that usually means that warm weather is on the way. Crane flies, commonly known as mosquito hawks or skeeter eaters, are emerging in droves this spring.
Skeet.
They're so annoying.
I love this entomologist's name. His name is Wizzy Brown.
They do absolutely
That's
nothing.
a great name.
Texas A&M AgriLife refers to them as the Texas groundhog because once you see him, it's a sign of warmer weather on the way. It's kind of hours, and Florida is another spot where they're pretty common. It's kind of our groundhog. It's our Puxatawny Phil.
We call them the dumb bug. Because they're dumb.
They are.
They go towards light. They hit something. They turn around, go elsewhere. They serve no purpose other than as a food source for frogs and.
But one swat and they're down for the count.
Yeah, but they're harder than you would think to get. Because they're so erratic and so random in their flight pattern.
But they hang around the door so much.
Because they're attracted to light.
You let the dog out, and you can't help it.
So if you have lights on in your home, they're going to go to the windows or the doors because they're attracted to light, and they'll just sit there.
Well, I guess I'm going to have to just sit in the dark.
I've got a few that I've killed inside already this year.
Yeah, I have to.
And you just pick them up with your finger.
I usually just throw them out of the window.
Well, they generally
the door,
a
not the window.
few days as adults. Most spend their lifespan spent as larvae, which is pretty lame.
All they do is mate.
Yeah, that's their whole thing.
Imagine that. What if you could only live 3 days, but you had sex nonstop the whole 3 days?
3 days? I needed a nap. When's the last time you just open your window when you're at your house to let some fresh air in?
Well, I'd like to do that, but not all of our windows have screens. And so I won't open a window that doesn't have a screen.
Because you would invite
and
all of these.
The best window to open does not have a screen on it.
I found out my wife does it every single morning. I had no idea.
Open the window?
Yeah.
Now, we'll open the blinds, but we won't open the window.
She opens the window for the fresh air.
I love it. I think it's great, especially this time of year when the weather's a little nice.
She was like, haven't you noticed the house smells cleaner? I'm like, not really.
But, man, I've looked into getting a screen for that window, and to get one that would fit specifically that one is just If I own the home, I would do it, but I don't. So I'm like, what's the point?
All the window materials are so expensive.
They are, man. More screens. Like, why wouldn't you just put screens on all the windows so people can enjoy it open?
When I was younger, of course, our house had a screen door, and we would leave the door open and the screen door locked with the thing up.
Yeah,
it just seemed like it's home, but we don't have a screen door,
no,
so
we don't
leave the door open with the screen door locked.
Front door?
No.
Mine has glass on it, but it's...
I think I want a screen door.
Whatever you call it, marbled or whatever.
I think they're a way bigger beating than they're worth.
You think so?
Yeah.
It was great when I was...
It would be really...
my parents still have...
I feel like after 2 or 3 years, that thing's going to squeak like crazy, and you're going to have... Your dog's going to have
put some Crisco on that thing.
Crisco?
Yeah.
Why not
Grease it up.
WD-40?
Avocado oil.
Avocado oil?
Boy, that's expensive.
Cooking spray.
Yeah, you don't want to waste avocado oil. It's really good for you.
I'm telling you, it's good for the screen door. You won't hear it squeaking anymore.
You just come over and you see me out there just licking your hinges. It's delicious.
Crisco.
Yes. Avocado oil, yay.
I'm going to put some sauerkraut. I'm going to rub some sauerkraut on my screen door, on the hinges, and then all of a sudden it's just mats over there. Hey, man, what are you doing?
Just give them a
I smelled it all the way in Carrollton.
I was hungry, so I came for a snack.
All right, that's
because my voice would be that. For some
I don't know why. All right, thank you, Travis. 10:50.
Which today is opening day songs.
You bet your ass it is, Matt. And we have 3 in this opening segment, and maybe even 4 at 12:30. So let's not waste any time. Let's just go to the top of the first for opening day songs. And leading off, like he always will, is the tip sheet.
Thank you. 3rd year in a row. All right, this song, 25th year anniversary this week. The album came out. If you're a fan of boy bands, you'll enjoy this a lot. Here we go. It's opening day. Baseball. Last year they were hurt, so it doesn't count. Carter and Young are back. Here we go. Remember that World Series? I loved it so much it made me sports cry. Now my eyes are dry. Brand new season is here. Bochy every other year. Expected to contend. Make winning a trend. Take the American League. We have Astros fatigue 2025. It's opening day. Changes were made again. Jock and Burger, no more Nathaniel Lowe at first. A good GM, no ego. Let's start a chant, fire Nico. Go get a win. F you, Bregman. Brand new season is here. Bochy every other year. Expected to contend. Make winning a trend. Take the American League. We have Astros fatigue 2025. It's opening day.
You have to stare at me when you said that. And then whisper it.
It's finally here. Our favorite holiday. It's It's opening day. We got Evaldi. A's don't have a city. Astros lost Tucker. Angels gonna suffer. The Seattle Mariners have less than 0 offense. Brand new season is here. Bochy every other year. Expected to contend. Make winning a trend. Take the American League. We have Astros fatigue 2025. It's opening. Brand new season is here.
Roll it back.
Bochy every other year. Expected to contend. Make winning a trend. Take the American League. We have Astros fatigue. 2025. It's opening day.
Yeah!
Thank you.
That's how you lead off.
There we go.
Well done.
Boy, you whispering is something else watching this live.
That was great.
Love it. It's awesome. All right, batting second. There's Baldy, the star from last year.
Oh, thank you.
See if you can run it back.
I always thought of myself more of a Seager than a Simeon anyway.
Okay. Me too.
Because I was a shortstop.
Oh, I was thinking the other thing. Anyway, keep going.
Had it backwards. Figured we'd go back to the well. Country worked well for us last time. Let's do it again. Well, it was right around a year ago. We were filled with so much hope. The Rangers were the reigning World Series champs. But a year filled with injuries, it led us all to grieve for a season cursed with bad luck since camp. So Chris Young took a good hard look and opened up the owner's checkbook and did what good GMs would do. We still got Simeon and Seager added, Peterson and Berger, with the hope that Jacob deGrom makes more than one start this year. It's another season, it's a chance for a rerun with Bruce Bochy's every other year magic. But no matter what the Rangers do this year, at least they're not the Mavericks.
It's very true. Very true.
The spring training's been a rough one. Gray and Bradford already gone. That rotation, it's looking thin. The bullpen's a question mark, and center field still needs a spark. There may not be answers from within, but if there's one thing that we all know, that CY won't up and go. Kill the future of that team to win now. 'Cause we still got Simeon and Seager added, Peterson and Berger, with the hope that Jacob deGrom makes more than one start this year. It's another season, it's a chance for a rerun with Bruce Bochy's every other year magic. But no matter what the Rangers do this year, at least they're not the Mavericks. No, they won't ship out Wyatt Langford for the loose change in the dashboard. Get ready for fire Nico chants at the Guild. Oh, they were chanting fire Nico at the Guild. Still got Simeon and Seager added, Peterson and Berger, with the hope that Jacob deGrom makes more than one start this year. It's another season, it's a chance for a rerun with Bruce Bochy's every other year magic. But no matter what the Rangers do this year, at least they're not the Mavericks. And at least they're not the Mavericks.
Very nice. Very nice.
Baldo.
So we're 2 for 2 in Fire Nico mentions.
I feel like this may be a theme.
In the opening day songs. Will we make it 3 for 3? Well, I'm batting third. You guys ready?
Yeah, let's go.
Let's rock and roll.
It's called Fire Nico.
opening day. It's finally time to see the Rangers play. The first pitch happens at 3:05. Oh, what a time to be sports alive. I hope they thrive here on opening day. The Boston Red Sox, they stand in our way to start the season off the best they can, in front of 40,000 screaming fans, except for Ham. And when Evaldi steps up on that mound, it's 3-3 down on those nerds from Beantown. They'll see we're just too tough, dip and snuff. The Rangers will win the AL West. We're tired of Houston being the best. They win again, it will make me sick. So glad the Rangers are the experts' pick. Hey, Houston, go eat up. Opening day, is Corey Seager well enough to play? To have him in the lineup is a must, 'cause I just dropped a hunt on Victory Plus, and I will cuss. When Bochy's walking, you'll notice a limp. And when he's talking, he's smooth as a pimp. It can't start soon enough just because I'm in love with Rangers opening day. 2025's the year we pray that the Rangers will be the best. And today starts the season-long quest. They'll pass the test. Opening day, on opening day, Jake Berger will mash here on opening day. On opening day, the Red Sox are trash here on opening day. On opening day, you'll see some mom ass out at opening day. On opening day, hope you don't get a rash out at opening day. On opening day. Opening day 2025. That's the first round. 1, 2, 3.
Fantastic.
Opening day.
Who wants to go first?
We have Justin, Travis, Ham, and Matt.
I feel like I have the lowest expectations for myself, so let me go first.
Lead it off, baby.
Let's get it going. I have one that falls right into my millennial heart. This is in the style of The Killers, When You Were Young. You sit there in your heartache, waiting on our third base boy to come back from his mistake. You play forgiveness, watch it now, here he comes. He doesn't look a thing like Jesus, but he swings like a champion, like you imagine when we had fun. Can we win this division? I don't know. The Astros still won't let it go. But Young's back, baby, and we're on a roll. Let's take it easy, easy now, here we go. We're knocking dingers past the skyline with Adolis and Seager, sending moonshots flying with Josh Young. We have Josh Young. Sometimes you close your eyes and see the trophy shining bright. We have Josh Young.
Dance break?
Little dance break.
Okay.
A very small dance break.
Okay.
Let's wrap it up, fellas. It's opening day. The Astros trash can, it ain't so sweet. They can't bang on 'em right now. And Josh Young's here, and he'll be here for a little while. Opening day!
All right. You get pretty aggressive in those verses.
Thank you.
First note, I'd be jumping a bit.
Gotta come in strong,
That
dude.
is Travis hitting lead off in the second inning of opening day songs. Now we have Justin, Matt, and Ham left to go. I don't know who's in the on deck circle. One of you guys take
I'll
the
go
bat.
last, so you guys.
Whoa!
Clean up
Look who's
hitter.
cleaning up around here.
So if you guys could each take about 5 minutes here, that'd be great.
All right, I'll go.
Justin, the hero of the hardwood, is now the man on the diamond.
All right, we're not doing this one again. This is not an opening day song.
We could.
You don't know how excited I got for that. Yeah. Opening day, bam-a-lam.
Brother. Oh, Black Moji. Broken arms to broken hearts, I'm worried about our rotation. Like the Mavs, hope injuries don't lead us to frustration. We got DeGrom, we're holding on, he could be our salvation. We got Langford and we got Seager, that is our team's foundation. No Roki and no Shohei, this team could use some Asians. It's opening day, hey, what do you say? Let's go Ranger Nation. Doug and Carrie down in New Orleans on a secret vacation. Ben Stiller's dad always acting bad, he lives down in their basement. And Doug's so poor, what's Carrie with him for? King of Queens is so amazing. King of Queens is so amazing.
That's why he didn't want to do a duet. It's the only reason.
He's ruining everything.
We're waiting on Walcott, ready or not, we just gotta be patient. Rocker and light, one's black and one's white, again neither one is Asian. Season 1 carry through season 5 carry makes me harder than the pavement. Okay. She got a little thicker at the end.
Okay.
A little heavy. What were they thinking? Kelly and Deacon never thought they would make it. No Chris Rock, no Margaret Cho, not as funny as Kevin James is. Got cancer as a kid, then I gotta make a wish. I wanted to see Carrie naked. Is it Chris Martin? Is it Luke Jackson? Who's gonna be doing the saving? Jake Berger likes to eat burgers. I wonder what he's weighing. And Doug's so poor, what's Carrie with him for? King of Queens is so amazing. King of Queens is so amazing.
King of Queens is so amazing. And opening day is so amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Woo.
Awesome.
It's every segment, dude.
For you, opening day.
It is.
I love baseball.
The most predictable thing
what
you
happened?
Could even think about.
I sung about DeGrom, Wyatt Langford, Corey
Asians.
Seager, not enough Asians. I hit all the Ranger points. You're welcome.
I learned that Jack Leiter is white.
Yeah, Rocker is black, but still.
Very well done, I thought.
Well done.
It's a hit song in the making.
All right, Ham, you're up.
Driving my car down Ballpark Way, a new season begins today. Hoping that our Wyatt will break through, slugging away. Hope we go pound Garrett Crochet. Evaldi.
Evaldi.
Corey Seeks.
Corey Seeks.
Championship number 2.
Yeah.
So needless to say, excited to go see our heroes play. New faces debut today. Burger Jock and Higashioka will Rocker's arms survive. We better be safe than sorry. Evaldi.
Evaldi.
Corey Seeks.
Corey Seeks.
Opening day. The championship number 2.
I cut out the dance break.
You get a sip of Dr. Pepper.
I need it. Oh, God.
Out the damn break?
Yeah, I know.
Still a little
Our team on display. DeGrom returning from Tommy J. Our bullpen in disarray. A broken wrist for our boy John Gray. Odd year Boche. Should we plan our championship parade? Evaldi.
Evaldi.
Corey Seeks.
Corey Seeks.
Opening day. For championship number 2.
Yeah! My gosh! I think my dog's at home and what? What was that?
This is fantastic.
Who said that? What?
Well done.
Well done, Ham. Well done. Well, clean it up in the second inning. It's one Matt McLaren.
Oh, it's 12:46.
No. We've got plenty of time.
You wanted to round it out.
Plenty of time.
This is a song I'm singing.
Oh, okay.
Hopefully I don't default to porn lyrics. Is a year we're here, hoping the Rangers give us lots to cheer this time as they seek a pennant. Josh Young's at third, Corey Seager's at short, Marcus Simeon's on second, and I will report he's good and they signed Jake Berger. And so we're ready to go, hey, it's opening day, and the best part is we all can say that it's time to win another World Series. So I woke up this morning and I went for a ride over to Globe Life Field, and I went inside and I screamed at the top of my lungs, it's opening day. I say, hey, hey, opening day. I said it's opening day. And I say, hey, hey. I said, hey, it's opening day. Ooh. And this is just a bunch of oohs for a while.
Is this where it gets back into the porn lyrics?
Don't do it. Don't do it.
I had to see if I could set it off.
Okay.
Not that much. It's opening day, dude. Have some respect.
You never get an erection.
Jack Leiter. Oh my God, Jack Leiter.
And cool my rockers here in the starting rotation. Jacob DeGrom.
Oh my God, Jacob DeGrom.
I can't believe he's healthy for this rotation. And so we're ready to go, hey, it's opening day, and the best part is we all can say that it's time to win another World Series. And so I woke up this morning and I went for a ride over to Globe Life Field, and I stepped inside and I screamed from the top of my lungs, it's opening day. All right, there it is. I mean, we can go through like that. Hey, there's another minute and a half, but just say, it's opening day. And I said, hey, hey. I said, hey, it's opening day. Yeah, all right, here we go. I said, hey, come on down. It's opening day. And I said, hey, hey. I said, hey, one more time. It's opening day.
All right, it's 12:50. Lunchtime with the invasion is done. Okay, you know what? Lunchtime with the invasion is done.
I'm doing that to the mic.
The sweet spot.
Look
live
at him
from Globe Life Field. We'll mix with them next. Ham.
Hey, Monty, send.
Hey, Monty.
Hey, Corby. And thank you, David.
Thank you, Justin.
Doggone it. The Brewers' scoreless season has just ended.
Oh, no. Maybe next year.
Maybe next year.
Well, students at a Frisco ISD elementary school were released early this morning after a, quote, projectile hit the building.
What?
So according to the Frisco Police Department, officers are investigating after a projectile came into Hosp Elementary from the outside. Now, nobody was hurt, but they did send the students home early out of caution, but the police are still not telling the public what this, quote, projectile was.
So we thinking drone?
I don't know. I mean, could be that,
But
could be a...
there you go.
A nuclear warhead, a Scud missile.
UFO?
I mean, when you just say projectile, it could be anything.
WAP. Vomit. What if it was like an old World War II bomb that's been floating in space for like almost 80 years? Whoa.
Could be onto
Like
something.
it was in orbit, and
Yeah.
then it just re-entered our atmosphere.
How did it get into space?
We shot it with a
World War
cannon.
II? Okay. And it just
With a
kept going.
cannon?
And it
Cannonball.
it hit a plane that went up in space that was trying to break the space-time continuum.
Okay.
Look it up.
On Wikipedia or where?
Uh-huh.
Maybe not full-blown space, but just high enough to where it can orbit.
Like the upper stratosphere?
Yeah,
Yeah.
still not nighttime. It's not dark all the time.
Yeah.
It's like I'm really loud, aren't I?
It's okay.
You're great.
It's opening day.
Yeah.
It's like it's not like where space is super gay. It's like where it's experimentally gay.
It's the White Lotus brothers.
It's college years.
Yeah.
You're just
Experimental gay.
Yeah.
You're just touching.
It's the brothers on the boat.
Well, you do dock from
Drink a
space
lot.
station.
You do. You have to dock.
It's soaking in space.
Yes.
More
Morbid
say that
space.
We say hello to Texas Live on the PA.
So we'll continue to follow the story of the projectile in Frisco.
Is that Scott Beggs?
It is.
What's up, bro? I don't get nothing.
He didn't see you.
So a New Jersey police chief is accused of just some juvenile pranks around the office.
Oh, boy.
So North Bergen Police Department Chief Robert Farley, who's been in the job for a little over a year, is the subject of a complaint by 5 officers who are planning to sue the town they work in for alleged retaliation, discrimination, sexual misconduct, and harassment. The complaint alleges a hostile workplace that includes juvenile pranks like putting firecrackers under chairs, dosing the office coffee with Viagra and Adderall.
Okay, that's not that bad.
And jabbing a needle into
Why
an
do I have this
officer's
erection?
penis.
Wait,
What was the last one?
That lady looked right at you when you said that.
jabbing what?
So Michael Darren, a special captain on the force, claims that the chief chased him around the office and cornered him before sticking a hypodermic needle through his jeans into the tip of his penis.
Oh! Ow! That contained what?
Air? I don't know. It's just hilarious, I guess, to stick the needle in there.
God.
They said this guy would also
These
go
are
around,
Gordon level pranks.
shave his body hair, and throw it on people.
Ew.
He would poop on the floor and in garbage cans.
I'm familiar.
Okay.
He would yell racial slurs at minority officers.
Okay, that's too far.
Yeah,
Oh,
not the
but
pooping.
pooping on the floor and
Or the
Jabbing
needle in the
needles in your
needles
wiener.
into your
That's all
deputy's
fun and game
ween.
until it gets racialist.
What an odd sense of humor this person has.
I know.
And it's just so funny. His name's Robert Farley. Like he's like, look, I didn't pick my name, but here we are.
Right.
I gotta be bits guy. Like getting you super jacked up and then jamming a needle into it.
And this is the police chief?
The
chief,
number
one cop?
The number one cop.
I kind of like cops with bits, but that's taking it a step too far.
Yeah, we all like Super Troopers.
Yes.
Fun movie.
Right, yes, yeah.
Huh.
What about if he was to Rugnet Odor, the younger one, some of your deputies? Is that too far?
Again, it's probably a little bit too far.
Unless they want it.
The deputy's like, man, I love initiation. Showing up early every day.
I went back to the academy again just to brush up on my classes, so my boot again. Try.
I got it. Somebody told Scott that he snubbed me.
Yeah.
Accidentally.
Hey.
Hey, guys.
All right, let's move on to Florida here. As a 21-year-old Floridian man named Joshua Cuss told his father he needed to borrow his car.
Cups.
Unfortunately, the father thought that he had been in a fight with his son recently, but they were okay. They were not okay. The son took the car and drove it into the ocean.
Oh, no. Again, it seems excessive.
Yeah.
Around 2 a.m.
That's going to be totaled.
Well, I mean, didn't Dennis try to sell his Range Rover or Land Rover after he sunk it into the bay? It can happen. So around 2 a.m., cops get a call about a car floating in the ocean. When they got there, they spotted a gray Subaru floating in the water.
Big water, ocean water.
They go find the suspect, and they ask him what happened. He said he used a cinder block to send the car into the ocean, which that's kind of badass. He put it on the pedal. That way you can jump out right before it hits water.
Yeah. I've always wanted to do that. I've always wanted to destroy a car by putting a cinder block on the gas pedal.
It's opening day.
I should have done that with my old car that got up to like 300,000 miles. It had 0 resale.
Well, it didn't
right
work.
At 300,000.
Yeah.
I can go ahead and tell
Send it
you
off into the ocean.
that plan did not work. He had to get back into the car and drive it himself. But he, I guess, had the window rolled down so he could get out real quick. But he drove in there, turned on all the lights, made sure no one was nearby before flooring it into the ocean. He said while driving, he grinned as hard as he could and wished he could point his middle finger at his father and at his aunt.
All right.
And at the ocean.
You know, I feel, Sean, you owe it to the Rangers to send every old car of yours into Mark Holt's Lake.
Done.
Cinder block it.
Yeah.
But there's got to be a Dukes of Hazzard jump, too.
Right.
And you have to jump out at the last second.
I have to be wearing a cape.
Yeah,
so you can
right.
see my cape flap in the wind.
Damn Bass Boys are at it again.
like a Josh Hamilton Superman outfit, you know?
Mm-hmm.
How many cars could you fit into Mark Holt's Lake?
More than you think.
Yeah, a lot. A lot.
Like
a whole salvage yard.
Do you think if we ever ran out of junkyard space, we could just start putting all of our old cars in the ocean?
Yeah, just drive it in.
And just how many generations could dispose of cars in the ocean until we had a real problem on our
Create
hands?
a new reef. Might actually help the environment.
Dude, that would be so awesome to scuba around.
Yeah.
You're seeing fish
to scuba around a Volvo.
Is that a Chrysler?
Well, the fish would take it over, and they would.
And the lobsters would get to live in a sweet car.
That's right, with leather.
I mean, the Titanic's down there and other ships and stuff.
Yeah, no one
they
cares.
are down there with other ships and stuff.
Don't forget the stuff part of that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff.
How many cars are in the ocean, do we think?
More than you think.
At least one.
So when
1,000.
Ready
1,000 cars?
In all the oceans?
Yeah.
1,000.
Ready for something you want to pull, Ham?
Is that your
Go for it.
dirty talk?
When I was on an island in Belize, the island was hit with the one side of it was hit with the tide, and that side of the island had hundreds of shoes from cruises, and it would not pairs, but hundreds and hundreds of shoes on the shoreline that all rolled in from.
They just drift to that same spot?
To the exact same spot. It was the craziest thing I'd ever seen.
Did you go get you some shoes?
No, they were all pretty beaten shoes, as you might expect from one that travels miles and miles in the ocean.
Remember in the Boston Harbor, they had Trash Island. We could just make Car Island.
Forgot about Trash
Was that near
Island.
the P Library?
No.
So Trash Island, it's this
when
island.
I was on
that's
an island in Belize.
a couple of miles.
The island.
What a
was
turnaround.
hit with, the one side of it was hit with the tide.
All right. So it's a couple of
And
miles away, Trash
that
Island is.
side of the island had.
Damn. Jesus.
What a great.
We get
I
it.
didn't hear it the first time. I needed
What
to
a
hear
great
it again.
throw pillow.
I didn't hear it 30 seconds ago.
It's better, when you double the excessive noise behind you guys and get it going again.
But Trash Island was literally where they would go dump all their trash. And so they wanted to, it was trash and it looked awful. And so they had the idea to
It would waft over the city, the odor.
So they had the idea, instead of removing all the trash or burning it or whatever, they just went and planted sod and grass.
Poor sod.
Poor sod.
5 feet of it. Not that sod.
Yeah, they built up the seawall
just up
and
to his
dumped
neck.
a bunch of dirt on top of it.
And so now, and it grew, and now it's beautiful.
It's a trash island.
Yeah. But underneath it is trash.
I always wonder why they called it Trash Island.
Why did you guys leave sod on Trash Island?
Are there horses on Trash
Always
Island?
waving.
Trash
at the boats.
Horse Island.
Could someone get me off this island?
All right, there's your news.
Thank you, Monto. All right, 239. Sweet Spot, live at Texas Live. Opening day, Rangers, Red Sox. The hard line is here. We will have Why Today Doesn't Suck in just a little bit.
fast enough to win a foot race.
Is this today's song?
No.
It's last year.
Let's
Okay.
bunt, then lay it down and haul ass to first base. If the coach says to bunt, then I will bunt.
What is this?
Is this DJ?
And if he says to swim away, I'll
tranquilizer in his neck.
Oh
my God!
Well, we are at the.
What
is this? The Blue Moon Beer Garden?
Hold on.
Yes.
Hold on.
And sniff my balls.
Who put this together? Ham?
Me and Ham.
That is genius.
Golly. How do you have that gold and never play it?
He didn't do an opening day song
It's only
last year,
opening
so we
day.
made one for him.
Oh,
Only
this
opening
is
day once a year.
AI DJ.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Fooled me.
Holy heck. AI DJ's amazing.
Let's bunt.
That's fun.
All right, so one more sweet spot segment ahead of why today doesn't suck. And if there's one thing I've noticed that's weird about the hardline lately, Mino, we talked about this off the air the other day. It was like 4 o'clock and we're driving home, and the hardline is having a serious conversation about Evan Carter. And I nearly drove off the road. I'm like, what happened to the hardline that I knew and loved?
And then the next day it's Jack Leiter and Kamar Rocker. I'm like, okay, the hardline's trying to take back the baseball show of record.
They're trying.
Yep.
We were the
I don't know.
uncontested for a few years, but now we're being contested, I suppose.
Yeah, you have the Mavericks to thank for that.
Yeah, thank Nico.
Yeah, that is, yeah.
We're all in, man. Because you know what this is? It's 2025. The season on the brink.
It's this season. I don't know if you guys have heard that.
No, I heard it
I
at
heard
least
it
20 times yesterday.
5:30, and how many P1s have reached out that are serious about extending the invite to eat all their food in a luxury suite?
Is our dance card filled?
We are not. For those that missed it, I have committed to 10 games this year in person, but I will only
if
sit.
they're free.
I will only sit in suites where there's food.
Yeah, not even club seats.
Yeah.
It can't be club seats where all the food and drink is free. It has to be a suite.
Yeah. And I will take one of my work friends with me.
And you said it won't be on a Monday.
It can't be on Monday. No. And
or when he has prior commitments.
Right.
Yes, I already got asked, and I had to deny because I was out of town one weekend. But
for Americana,
I think that we're into 5 suites. So 5 of the 10.
So you're halfway home.
Yeah, we're halfway home before the season starts.
You're the worst.
What do you mean I'm the worst?
And you didn't.
I want to go to games.
You didn't commit to watching a total amount of games yesterday. I thought the hard-hitting media of Bob and Dave did a good job of the question number 1 is how many games are you going to watch? You didn't commit to it.
Yeah, there's no TV component.
On the sweet spot, the thing we're following is will we get more Corby watched games this season, be it in person or on TV
or playoffs
or Josh Young home runs?
Well, I mean, I'm locked in it.
So we're gonna be following that.
I'm locked in at 10. So are you guys going to 10 games? Interesting,
Yeah.
huh?
Well, we're going to be on the radio after
one out of the
every
way today.
And you're going to pop on with us after every Jacob deGrom 9-inning outing.
Yes, he has to make
Every
it to
time
the
he
ninth.
pitches to the 9th.
Yes, I pop on with you.
Not a complete game, just into the ninth.
Into the ninth.
So
just to make it to the ninth. If
8 and then goes out for the 9th
8 and the
and they
third.
pull him.
He needs 8 and the third. Yes. So and
he has to record an out in the ninth, or he just has to step on the mound.
He can be 8.0.
You know, he's scaling it back. He's dialing it back to 97 this year. He wants more outs by contact.
Okay.
We could get a Maddox or 2 from DeGrom this year.
Well, also I've pledged charity money for every 4th Corey Seager cycle.
I thought it was every cycle.
No, every 4th.
Oh, every 4th cycle.
Let's see. He is in the lineup today.
Right.
So there's a chance.
Yeah, this could be one of 4.
He re-aggravates the calf injury on the triple.
Maybe he hears about it. He's like, I just got to keep hitting for the cycle.
Gosh. Yeah, he's trying to leg out a triple. He's got the single,
He gets
double,
hurt.
and home run. He's like, man, I heard the hard line yesterday. Try to stretch it. Oh, nope. There's the hammy.
And I was stunned when Corby threw out Garrett Crochet as
Seriously?
the opening day Red Sox pitcher.
He knew the spelling of the last name.
Yeah.
It's like it's either Crotchet or Crochet or
Nailed it.
Crosher or something.
Wouldn't it be great if it was Crotchet?
The Crotchet Rotchet.
Yeah,
yes.
That's his name.
He should change it like Theismann and Heisman, right?
To have it.
But then the kicker, of course, is I have almost $11,000 awaiting me as a bet was placed yesterday for $1,250 at plus 850 for the Rangers to win the American League.
You know?
I know.
That might happen.
I think it's a good bet. I think it's a good bet.
And you're not going to be like Dave and give everybody a pizza party. You're just going to hoard all the money.
They get nothing because they made fun of me so much 2 years ago that I want to wear a suit made of money that they can't touch. All of it.
It's all stitched together. You have a jacket of 20s.
Yes.
You got a handkerchief that's a $100 bill.
Yeah.
You're just blowing your nose on it.
Also, like this morning I get up, I'm reading I'm all in because I want to win that. Like, I am now super fan. So you're going to get a lot out of me this year.
So you got teams you're worried about then on the way.
Bro, so many teams we're worried
Houston,
about.
of course, in our backyard.
Look, Seattle's sneaky. You never know.
Okay.
I mean, a great rotation, lineup sketchy as
What do
hell.
you feel about the middle of the lineup?
The fact that they signed their catcher, though, I thought maybe that was going to be a Ranger prospect
and his
here.
name?
Soon.
Yeah, who is that catcher?
Wait. You thought the Mariners catcher who
Why
just
did
got
you
extended
just fly so close to the sun?
What?
Would be a prospect pretty soon for a division rival.
We talked about this because I said to him, "Did you see the best catcher in baseball just signed an extension?" A very controversial take there.
That is a take.
It's okay.
But okay. Now, to win, what is his name?
All right. How much money you got in your wallet?
I have $10.
I have a $20 bill.
And I have a raspberry Uncrustable. It's on the table.
All right, we're going to put both of those items on the table. If you could give us the name of the Mariners
and I don't have to
catcher,
put anything up.
The Mariners catcher who just signed for $100 million.
Or even his nickname. I'll accept just his nickname.
Cam Lansming.
All right,
You are right.
Okay, I'm going to take this
$20.
$20.
Take
$5
back. You can have the Uncrustable as a party gift.
Cam Lamsing?
You got the first letter right.
Yeah.
Actually, the first two letters.
Cal Losley.
Yeah, you're on.
It's Cal Raleigh.
Yeah. See, I was close.
And his nickname is the Big Dumper because he has a big old butt.
All right. Okay. I like that guy.
Yeah. You like a nice big dumper, don't you?
I thought that for sure that was...
We've
that
seen
could be,
plenty out
that
here.
That could be a 10-year Ranger right there. Yeah, we have seen plenty of that.
We have seen a few.
But anyway, I'm in. Locked in. Anytime you guys want me. It's almost like with Monty and DJ doing the Mavs postgame show. Anytime I was available for them.
Tomorrow night. Sean's off, so just pop up on a Friday night and do some Diamond Talk.
I need warning.
I have one good prop for you.
We're over 24 hours away.
That's not enough.
All right, first of all, Deej and I are going to bet one Ranger game a week during Sturm Center. So we have to find the one and see how big we can make our bankroll.
Okay.
So we will take tips on, if you're saying tonight's the night we're going to get this one, we will accept tips from the sweet spot. The prop that I really like, though, and I don't even know which way I would go on this, but Dodger wins or White Sox losses.
I would go Dodger wins.
Yeah. That's going to be 110.
Have you seen the White Sox over-under?
I have. It's very high.
What's it at?
Man, I'm pretty sure it was like 43 or something like that.
Yeah.
43? What did they win last year? 56?
They lost 120 games last year.
41 last year.
Oh, my God.
And they got worse.
But they got Will Venable now.
Because they lost the crotch rocket to the Red Sox.
Dude.
It's pretty hard, though, to lose 120 in back-to-back years.
That's right. It would be a dynasty of sorts.
A weird.
But did you just say Dodgers wins, though?
I think so.
You think the Dodgers can get to 120 wins?
Oh, no. I think the Dodgers can win like 110 games.
Yeah, okay.
I don't think the White Sox are going to lose 110 games this year.
Okay. Interesting.
By the way, DJ is now mad because I'm all in with the cash booty lot that I can make. He hates me so much that he now can't root for the
cheering
Rangers.
against the Rangers.
He's going to have to buy a whole new set of hats.
Yeah, he is. He is.
You know what this sounds like? This sounds like a season on the brink.
It is a season on the brink.
That's what we've been trying to say. Thank you. He's coming around.
We don't really know
it
what
never made sense until right now.
It's on the brink of, but it's on the brink.
On the brink
Get some
of
T-shirts made.
Turning
Cups.
DJ into an Isak Paredes enthusiast.
Oh. All right, it's the sweet spot. We are at Texas Live for opening day.
Raleigh, the dumper.
So you like the 415 Ranger segments, though?
I do, yeah.
Okay.
Love it.
I'm in on it.
We might do one more this year.
Okay. Why Today Doesn't Suck is next.
Patreon.com/SportsGreek.
Once again, The Ticket presents Why Today Doesn't Suck.
Let's go down and talk to John Radigan, who has Colby Lewis with him.
Yeah, we got Colby here. Try to put into words how you're feeling right now, Colby.
It sucks.
And now, here are your hosts, Sean Bass and David Mino.
When I was on an island in Belize, the island was hit with the one side of it was hit with the tide.
Right.
And that side of the island had hundreds of shoes from like cruises.
Yeah.
It's going on right now, guys. Sweet spot. It's opening day. Thank you very much. We are at Texas Live at the Blue Moon Beer Garden. Thanks to Jamie Newberg for hanging out with us. And at 259 Ham Lansing.
Thank you, Mino. Eatsies Market and Bakery and GimmeTheVin.com brings you Opening Monty.
Thank you, Ham. Let's bunt.
Let's bunt.
Monty's opening day.
We say hello once again to the hard line. Bob, Corby, and Dave.
We never left.
Corby.
We hijacked the whole second half of your show.
And we thank you.
It's okay.
It's all good. Gave Ham and I time to work on DJ Opening Day Song Part 2.
I would love to hear an entire album from AI DJ.
Boy.
He's really, let's just say he loves laying one down and moving guys over.
It's so good. Gosh, it's so good.
Yeah. That's tongue depressor, DJ.
Well, we're gonna have a no hitter. Nathan Eovaldi's going to toss a no hitter to put us in first place, and then right after that, Anthony Davis rolls out for his second game in a row.
His third game as a Maverick.
Second game of the week.
Gosh. This wind ain't bad.
The wind is picking up.
So this is why they closed the roof.
I have to correct you. His consecutive game streak ended with the Knicks game.
Yeah, he didn't play the next game.
Oh.
So now
we're at 1. We'll reset the clock.
We're going to start back at 1.
I wonder if we should be inside.
Like that Tom Cruise movie where he dies about time.
Edge of Tomorrow.
As those umbrellas blow over.
Edging
I think
until
we're fine.
tomorrow. Today is
like
Thursday.
Final Destination. Dave's going to get stabbed with an umbrella.
It just pours through the back of my head.
March 27th, the 86th day of the year. 279 days are left in 2025. Only 18 days until the WNBA draft. On this date, 1836.
Everybody's good and synced up by now, Dave.
I'd like to go and issue a Lo Siento for this one. The Mexican Army executes 417 Texas revolutionaries at Goliad.
Not cool, man.
I'm just saying.
Not cool.
Our bad.
Probably because of fentanyl.
Yep. Crossing the border.
Yeah, they just gave him a little Skittle fentanyl on there.
Did you guys kind of sense that Edmonton was doing fentanyl last night?
In 1866, American Andrew Rankin patented the urinal.
Brilliant.
Great invention.
Pretty good bit.
The trough urinal that might be the pinnacle.
With the ice?
Trough?
Yeah.
I love the trough, dude.
Now,
where you're all just lined up in a row?
Yeah. You love to compare dongs.
I don't need to look left and look right and see
That's how
everyone
God
else's
wants
need.
it, Corby.
Peeing on the ice was fun.
That was
like
cool.
so
no, who invented the urinal cake?
Traumatizing going to
Buddy Velastro.
Betty Crocker.
a football, going to an OU game with my grandpa, and all they had were troughs, and I was...
And your eye level?
Yes!
The little Corby has to pull his pants all the way down.
All the way down. I'm like, I can't do this. This is terrible.
Betty Crocker urinal cakes.
And my grandpa had no sympathy. Just go.
It can get worse than the trough.
How so?
The hole, the European hole.
At Martinsville Speedway, it's literally a wall.
Yeah.
And everybody's just firing against the wall.
It just drips down the wall?
Yeah.
We are not animals.
Really? Why is that?
Do you have the number 2 down the wall also?
No, I
Is
think
there a
that.
drain in the floor at least?
I think that, yes, of course, there's a drain in the floor, but no, there's no waffle stop.
You got to bring your own stick to poke
And I'm
it
telling
through the
you,
hole.
like Martinsville urine, it's a step below normal urine.
It's Winston Cup racing.
Yeah. It comes out as natural light.
Mountain Dew.
Okay.
In 1964, Alaska was hit by a magnitude 9.2 earthquake, which is the strongest on record in North America, and a flurry of tsunamis that together claimed over 130 lives. Hey, guys.
Hey, Sue.
In 1973, Marlon Brando declined the Academy Award for Best Actor for his performance in The Godfather. Instead, Littlefeather attended the ceremony in his place, stating the actor very regretfully could not accept the award. He was protesting Hollywood's portrayal of Native Americans in film.
And then we found out Littlefeather was like Swedish.
And not mouthy. In 1980, Mount St. Helens became active after 123 years of being dormant.
One of the great stories of my youth. And that seeing the authorities trying to get the people that lived on the side of the mountain.
They're like,
I ain't going to leave nothing.
No.
You can't get me out
I've
of here.
been here for 6 generations.
Right.
Well.
And then they got frozen like Pompeii.
Dude, I mean, no. They were exploded probably into the Gulf of America.
Yeah, the whole side of that mountain just went away.
I will not leave. Thank you.
They're encrusted in carbonite.
Right.
Let's see. In 1998...
Sweet reference, huh?
Totes.
They're out of control, bro. The FDA approved Viagra.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Spike coffee with it.
Yeah. Didn't it start out? It's supposed to be like a heart medicine, right?
Where's he? Who's taking it?
Did you say hard medicine?
Heart,
Oh.
like for Dan Wilson.
Oh. We're not on the air or anything.
No.
You hear what he just said?
It's all good. Say cheese.
John Hart used to
There we go.
In the year 2005, the medical drama Grey's Anatomy, starring Ella Pompeo and Sandra Oh, debuted on ABC.
Hey,
And
Thank you.
Still on.
You're awesome.
Still going. And in 2022, at the 94th Academy Awards ceremony,
oh no,
Will Smith slapped Chris Rock on stage just minutes before accepting the Oscar for Best Actor in King Richard.
Get my wife's name out your damn mouth.
What a bitch.
And then we never saw Will Smith again.
What a tough night for EA.
Man.
He had to do some soul searching that night.
He did.
But he knows every word to Wild Wild West.
He doesn't.
Does he?
Like one.
I mean, he knows
He listened
the butt
to
plugs.
he listened to the slowed down version of Let's Get Jiggy with It. The sad version.
The stripped down acoustic. There you go.
Yeah, all started running the game, changed the names. Oh, the GB,
Did you guys see the video of EA after taking stock doing an NSYNC song?
Doing a what?
He did an NSYNC song at karaoke that night after taking
Oh, he
stock.
did?
Yeah.
How'd that go?
Which one?
You and Ham to make something out of that.
Magic.
Did he know the words?
Well, they were up on a giant screen in front of him, so
he can read.
So he could read.
EA knows. EA knows every fifth syllable of Will Smith songs.
It wasn't in 102-point font, so he couldn't read it.
Right.
Oh, you guys are mean.
Of course.
Y'all are.
Bud. P1 birthdays today. Today is the 60th birthday of Dave Slipka, the Shorty DeFazio of the P1s and personal Ken Stabler memorabilia dealer for Gen X Davey.
Hey.
His leaders are Hardline 5.0, Drop Request, Norm inquiring about the contents of his undies to the sound of Craig freaking out at a Campound spider, Stay Hard from Sideshow Bob.
Oh,
greatness.
Bab.
The star of Piranha.
Yes, Norm.
Guess what I have in my underwear?
I don't know, sir. What?
The perfect combination of humiliation, domination, and pain.
All right.
It's hard to get that balance right. We have one Cumulus birthday. Today is the birthday of Lawrence in promotions.
Oh, Lawrence, where's he at?
Good dude.
No, he said
here.
he said yesterday he was taking the day off for his birthday.
Well, happy birthday, Lawrence.
And there's the first out of 2025.
One pitch, one out.
Let's go.
Turning
Immaculate ball game.
69 today, Dave Hostetler.
Immaculate ball game.
Randall Cunningham is 62.
Donovan, I just don't know how he's alive today.
Buster Posey, 38.
Hall of Fame.
Matt Harvey, 36.
The Dark Knight.
What could have been?
Jake Odorizzi, 35.
Former Ranger.
Ranger.
Turning 90 today, actor Julian Glover, who
How do I
played
know
General
him?
Veers in The Empire Strikes Back.
My God.
Gee willikers.
Michael York is 83.
Hey, we're going to test some aerodynamics in the wind tunnel here during the show. Is that cool?
Yeah, that sounds good. Michael York played Basil in the Austin Powers franchise.
Yes. Famous 70s actor, too.
Funny.
Turning 69 today, Michael Harney. You may know him as Bill Mercer in Iron Claw.
Oh, how about
okay.
that?
Cool.
And Steve the Drunken Deadwood.
Shout out to rest in peace, Bill Mercer.
That's right.
Turning
Sky Point.
62 today, Quentin Tarantino.
He's only 62?
Feet gorgeous.
He does like feet.
Happy birthday, Q.
And he likes writing scripts where he can say the N-word.
So he's like 30 when he made Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
Kind of badass.
I know.
We should fire up Kill Bill tonight.
Polly Parrott is 56. She's that weird goth chick from NCIS. Nathan Fillion, 54. Funny.
What a sick pitch from Evaldi.
Fergie is 50.
Her lovely
National
lady
anthem.
humps.
Tinkled on herself. Turning 50 today also, Scott Anderson, the singer of Finger 11. I think Mike spent 2 years doing that on Stranger Things.
Jeez.
All right. Whoa.
His finger smelled like Eggos.
Is that where she was keeping them?
Lego.
Brenda Song, 37.
Greatness.
Married to Macaulay Culkin. Halle Bailey is 25.
Is it Sean Connery?
Is the Little Mermaid.
Is it Sean Connery?
Nope. Born on this day now dead, Jimmy Heselton, who invented the Segway.
Lame.
Yeah.
Not the guy who rode the Segway off the cliff, though.
One and the same.
Oh, I thought the dude that guide on the Segway just bought the company, not the inventor.
Yeah, this guy owned it, and then he drove off a cliff.
Oh, he was just the owner, not the founder. Carl Banks, the cartoonist, born to stay now dead. Also born to stay now dead.
1,
Patty
2,
Smith Hill.
3. Screw Bregman.
She wrote "Happy Birthday to You."
Yes.
Catchy
Wow. She's not getting paid anymore, though.
And Dead on This Day, Still Dead.
Oh, I have a birthday.
Oh, well, we'll go to Dave first. Dave.
I'm sorry. I was waiting for P1 birthdays, but I guess we don't have any.
I read that earlier when I did Sideshow Bob. But it's all
screw
good.
me.
Yes, as I
Screw
just
me.
said, it's windy.
It's windy. Yes, that's my excuse. Happy birthday to Clumpy. Cliff Wright.
Cliff.
What a nickname.
Clumpy. So awesome.
Dead on the Day, Still Dead in 1968. The man who started Russia's most preeminent basketball league, Yuri Gagarin.
The Gagarin League.
I don't know.
Yes,
man.
sir.
Home of Boris Zuzek. And that's why today doesn't suck. Happy opening day. Let's bunt, baby.
Bye, Justin.
Bye, David.
Bye, Texas Live. See you, baseball.
Broadcasting live from the TXU Energy Mothership at Victory Plaza.
DEATH. What does that spell? Death, 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 death.
Guess we're back. You want me to take it? A little surprise there. All right, it's Trifecta time. Live from the beer garden outside of Texas Live. Opening day for the Rangers. We have a big one. Donovan Lewis, our Supreme Court Justice, joins us. Donnie, how are we?
Fantastic. How are you boys doing?
A little better. The wind's died down out here, so we're doing a little bit better. Are you doing good on Randall Cunningham birthday day?
Oh, my gosh. I just don't even know how else I'm going to celebrate.
I've thought about you all day long, just how special of a day today is for you.
I've just been walking around being the greatest athlete of all time. That's how you celebrate Randall Cunningham's birthday.
I totally agree. Totally agree with you. Well, we have another fine athlete to consider today, one of the true giants in his sport and in pop culture over the last 50-plus years as we lost the great George Foreman over the weekend. For me, George Foreman, it's weird because the two lives of George Foreman are as strange of a trip as you could possibly go on as far as the juxtaposition between the two. Foreman was raised very poor. He was a bad, bad boy in his early days, and his family said, you know what you should do? You should take up boxing. He was born in Marshall, Donovan, and ended up growing up in the
Donovan.
in the 5th Ward. Don't you have family in Marshall?
No.
Oh.
My wife was from East Texas, but that's it.
Okay. He grew up in the 5th Ward community of Houston with 6 siblings, and at 16 or 17, he gave up football and decided, you know what, let me try boxing. And within the span of a couple of years, he was already at the very top of his craft, to the tune of winning the Golden Gloves here in Texas and being able to try and qualify for the 1968 Mexico City Olympic Games. And that he did, and he won the gold medal in the Summer Olympics, defeating an evil Soviet Union boxer.
Drago Sr.?
What's that?
Drago Sr.?
Yeah, Drago Sr. The referee stopped the fight in the second round, and people were already talking about him in 1968 as, man, is this guy for real? Like, could this guy be the next great one? As Muhammad Ali is starting to enter his prime. And then, of course, Muhammad Ali suspends his own career after refusing to join in the military for Vietnam and changes his name to Muhammad Ali and all that stuff. Well, Foreman keeps kicking ass, and by the time within 3 years of winning the gold medal, he gets a shot at the title. Now, here's the cool part, is that whenever this started in the early 70s, this was a 5-year run, and this is why I think this is so incredibly sad, because George Foreman is the last living piece of this 5-year run in which boxing will never have another 5-year run like this.
Easily.
It started in 1971 when Joe Frazier fought Muhammad Ali for the first time. And Frazier beat him in a decision in 15 rounds. Frazier has the belt. Foreman works his way up the ranks and gets a title shot and absolutely demolishes the great Joe Frazier. And everyone's like, oh my God, Frazier just beat Ali for his first defeat, and now this kid comes along and knocks him out in 2 rounds.
And that is the famous Down Goes Frazier fight.
Yes.
Down goes Frazier.
And he fought this crazy style of fighting, where it just looked like he was just such a brute, and he was huge.
He was Tyson before Tyson.
Yes, he was. Everyone was petrified of this guy.
He was the biggest, baddest man that didn't even think about having a fight that went more than 3 rounds.
Yes. And so then
boxing.
Ali.
Thank you, Norm.
Then Ali starts his working his way back up, and he fights Ken Norton. Ken Norton Sr. Of course, Ken Norton Jr., the famed middle linebacker for the Cowboys and 49ers, well, his dad, Ken Norton Sr., you talk about like when Rocky got ripped, like in Rocky III, and Holyfield looked like Holyfield. Like they didn't look like boxers, they looked like bodybuilders. Ken Norton looked like that. And people are like, holy crap, who is this guy? And Norton beat Ali. Then they immediately fought again. Ali beat Norton. And then it's time for Ali Frazier 2. Again, this all is happening within 2 years of each other.
Yeah.
Ali Frazier 2, in which Ali got revenge on him. Then George Foreman fights Ken Norton. And then George Foreman fights Muhammad Ali in the Rumble in the Jungle. Because Foreman, when he fought Ken Norton, who had just beaten Ali, knocked Ken Norton out in 2 rounds. So all these guys that gave Ali fits, Foreman murdered them. Like they didn't even have a shot.
Sounds like Ali wasn't that great.
Well, he was, Dave. So before the famous Rumble in the Jungle, which took place on October 30th, 1974 in Zaire, and Foreman was undefeated and was, like we just said, a knockout artist.
Whose idea was that, by the way, to have a prize fight in Zaire?
Don King.
Yeah, and I think that they were both paid an exorbitant amount of money.
If you look at the fight log from Foreman's fights before Ali, and he didn't fight in the U.S. It was one in Venezuela, one in Jamaica. Like, they had to go overseas to make the real big money. Those promoters would go over. And, yeah, Don King promised those guys so many millions of dollars to fight over in Zaire, and that's 70s. How they went over there.
Yeah, dude, it was so huge. And this was when my dad would go to these closed-circuit events. I mean, I remember as a little kid.
Before pay-per-view, right?
Yeah, he and his buddies would go like to the Will Rogers Coliseum, and you would pay $30 or whatever to get in there to watch these fights. I don't think he went commando then. That was only for Ranger games. So, anyway, before the fight, so before this Ali Foreman fight, Foreman is a ridiculously heavy favorite to beat Ali. Ali is 32 years old at the time. Foreman's a young pup. Foreman's killing all these guys. Well, here is Ali in an interview describing George Foreman.
This man has never knocked nobody out cold. He's a bully. He's slow. He has no skill, no footwork. He's awkward. And I have been given him a name. I named Floyd Patterson the Rabbit. I named Sonny Liston the Bear. And he shall be known as officially as the Mummy. The Mummy.
And why the Mummy?
Because he fights. When he's fighting, if you ever watch him in the ring, he drags like that after his opponent. And how's a mummy going to catch me? When you're fighting a mummy, you just keep a step ahead of the mummy. See? Yeah, just move on the mummy. No, mummy, I'm over here. No, mummy, I'm over here. Yeah, no, you're moving too fast. The mummy don't move that fast. Let me tell you something, David.
He's killing.
I shall be the mummy's curse that day. Have you heard of the mummy's curse?
Have I heard of the mummy's
yes,
curse? I saw the movie.
It's going to be some fight.
So, Ali's the best, and so everyone, and Foreman thinks, he's like, oh my God, I'm going to have to chase this guy all over the ring. Well, in the meantime, Ali came up with the rope-a-dope.
Well, don't forget, while they were in Zaire,
that's right.
They had to
himself.
postpone the fight for 6 weeks because Foreman got cut.
Yes.
Sparring.
Yep.
So Ali went around everyone in Africa loved Ali, and they all rooted for Foreman. Now, you want to talk about the home? He made that a home game for him.
He did.
Everyone was cheering for him. That got inside of his head.
The chants of Ali, Boombaye. If you've seen the
champ is here.
If you've seen the documentary When They Were Kings or When We Were Kings, it's one of my favorite documentaries of all time. It's about the Rumble in the Jungle. It is an incredible look at this fight and the build-up to it and all that.
Agreed.
So he comes up with the rope-a-dope because Foreman had never gone more than 4 rounds in any fight. He just knocks the crap out of people.
Right, so he didn't have the stamina.
Right.
Or that was the theory anyway.
That was the theory. And so Ali, who was the jackrabbit, became the tortoise and came out and leaned against the ropes and let Foreman wail on him. And wail on him and wail on him round after round after round. And by the time they got to the 8th round, Ali came out and was Muhammad Ali, and Foreman was gassed. It was just a matter of him withstanding the punches, and he did.
That's like the Hulkster and Rocky. They stole that move.
I know. And Ali absolutely seized the moment and pounded Foreman. And it's still, to this day, one of the most shocking moments in all of boxing, and one of the greatest moments. And then Ali was like, I ain't ever fighting that guy again. And so Ali had Joe Frazier Part 3. Foreman fought Joe Frazier again and beat him again in 5 rounds. Ali fought Ken Norton. And again, that was the last time of those guys fighting each other. So it went from 1972 to 1976, basically, where they all fought each other multiple times, and they were historic, titanic fights. But Foreman was done. And Foreman was bothered by Ali, the way he talked about him. It haunted him for a long time. And he was getting his ass beaten in the ring and got so tired and thought he was dying of heat stroke and dehydration that he basically said, God, if you save me, I'll serve you. And he survived, and then he became a minister. And that was it. He quit boxing, and then famously, about 12 or 14 years later, in his late 30s, he decided to make a comeback. And I remember this as, a kid in college, what is this old fat guy doing?
Such a big story.
It was so huge.
Was that before or after the grill?
Before. So
the comeback was to then market the grill?
The comeback, so he starts winning these fights and eventually gets a title shot against Michael Moorer. And no, Dan, not the famed movie director.
Always a funny joke, though.
It is. And at the age of...
Foreman was getting his ass kicked against Michael Moorer, and one punch laid him out, and he's the champion.
I know. And that was in the 10th round, too, I think. And all of a sudden, George Foreman is the biggest star in sports. Because at the age of 44 or 45, whatever he was, he got the heavyweight championship back.
It's like Phil Mickelson winning the U.S. Open. Everybody loves the old guy.
They do. They totally love and they especially love the big old guy. And he was this almost grandfatherly figure in his 40s, And yes, by that time, the George Foreman Grill was part of his scene, and
all his kids named George.
Apparently, and Donovan, I don't know if you know this specifically, but I've read he made about $250 million on the George Foreman Grill.
Oh, yeah. Crazy.
$250 million. And then...
They were in every college dorm room.
Yeah, my parents had one. You thought that you were losing weight while making hamburgers. But yeah, later on, in the 90s, he fought Holyfield again. He bridged the gap between Ali and fought Holyfield.
Jim Lampley loved him so much.
He had a TV show. Do you guys remember the short-lived TV show that he had on ABC called George?
Yes.
I mean, he was such a pop culture figure, and then he finally retired, and then at that point he became an announcer for HBO, and he was pretty good. Like, I was still watching boxing a lot when he was an announcer for HBO. But, yeah, the life of George Foreman is nuts. And checked out last week at the age of 76 in Houston, Texas, his home. Anything else you want to add, Donnie?
No. I think you hit it all.
How many Georges did he have?
I think he had 6.
5 kids, I believe.
All George.
5 boys that he named George, I think.
Yes. Yeah.
So funny.
All right, Lando.
Yeah, he's absolutely.
DJ.
Worthy.
Ham.
Worthy.
Donnie.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yep.
You got a consensus here. The great George Foreman. Who does he join, DJ?
I believe this is starting a new room.
Starting a new room. Oh, man, he almost got in with Roberta Flack.
So close.
God,
he could just drill a hole in the wall.
Right. Hey, Roberta. Come on over here.
Me some glory hole.
Okay. All right, Donnie. Thank you very much, man.
Thanks, Donnie.
Have fun, baseball boys.
We will. We will indeed.
Boxing.
There he goes. Donovan
Thanks,
Lewis.
Norm.
All right.
And here he is, Dave.
Thank you so very much. Thank you, opening day. And I believe we have a special guest.
Toilet flush.
Gordon, do you have us? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, maybe he'll join us at some point. Because we intend to have the rant with or without him today, because it is a Thursday.
Indeed.
So you know when, like, Dak's brother goes off on social media, or CD's mom?
Oh, do I ever.
Or Micah's brother.
Yeah. Just family members...
The Terrence Parsons project.
Jumping into the conversation, and they don't ever really make it better.
I'm waiting for one of our siblings to go off.
Oh, there he is. He just finished.
Yeah.
Hi, Gordon. Are you there?
Yes, it's
Okay.
brave. Yes, it's brave.
There he is.
Okay, good.
There you go.
Okay, so we've all been aware of the Snow White controversy. That it only made $42 million on its opening weekend. It cost over $250 million to make, plus advertising and promotions.
Right.
And so they're starting to point fingers. And, they very much scaled back their press tour and their red carpet plans and all of that primarily because of Rachel Ziegler, who plays Snow White. Also because of Gal Gadot, who plays the
evil witch,
whatever is it?
The Queen Bee. I don't know what she is.
I don't remember the name of her character. Anyways, so the producer of Snow White is a guy named Mark Platt, and his son, who has a podcast called Being Jewish.
You can say that.
Well, you can.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
But he was replying to a social media user who was taking issue with a report from Variety, the trade magazine, because there was a report that his dad, Mark Platt, the producer, had flown to New York to speak directly with Rachel Ziegler in response to the backlash over her pro-Palestinian views. So this is back when the film's trailer first debuted. And so that already people were butthurt because she was Latina and she's playing Snow White.
Right, she's not white.
And then people were also upset about the CGI dwarves. And then she, after the trailer drops, she goes off on pro-Palestinian views. She also later had stuff to say about Trump and Trumpers after the election. Like, she is...
Everything's going well.
She's been very opinionated, and she's extremely young and vocal.
Right before her movie comes out.
Yeah, and she and her co-star, Gal Gadot, are on the opposite sides of the Israeli conflict because Gal Gadot is very pro-Israel, right? And so the son of the producer, Jonah Platt, he writes, "You really want me to do this? Yeah, my dad, the producer of an enormous piece of Disney IP with hundreds of millions of dollars on the line, had to leave his family to fly across the country to reprimand his 20-year-old employee for dragging her personal politics into the middle of promoting the movie for which she signed a multi-million-dollar contract to get paid and do publicity for." And he continued, "This is called adult responsibility and accountability. Her actions clearly hurt the film's box office. Free speech does not mean you're allowed to say whatever you want in your private employment without repercussions. Tens of thousands of people worked on that film, and she hijacked the conversation for her own immature desires at the risk of the colleagues and crew and blue-collar workers, blah, blah, blah. Narcissism is not something to be coddled or encouraged." And surely his dad said, "What the F are you doing?" Not that he's wrong in saying those things, but...
Well, by this point, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but he took the post down. Okay. People have it on screen grabs.
Yeah.
It was taken photos of before it disappeared.
Well, you know what? Here's the and Gordon, I don't know if you've seen this movie or whatnot, but I have friends that have seen it with their daughters, and they knew there was no controversy that they talked about in the film.
No.
They left the theater and they said, "That's a terrible movie." So the bottom line is, it's a bad movie.
What I understand, they re-edited it a bit.
Yes.
I don't know whether that's true or not, but I heard that they re-edited it to take some of the, over-the-head messaging out of it.
Well, I think that people that are into culture wars want to make this part of the culture war, when the reality is, sure, that may have hurt it, but the movie sucked.
Yeah. So you're saying, Gordon, that they tried to de-wokeify it a little bit?
That's what I heard, that they try to save it with that, because they knew they had a disaster on their hands. That's why they put it off over and over again, a PR disaster, I should say. I didn't know anything about whether the movie was a disaster leading up to this, but yeah, they kept pushing it back, and they'd find old tweets that she had put out there, and
she's just a kid, right? You said she's 20.
Yeah. I mean, she's young. She did the West Side Story. That's how she got her big break.
Okay.
And, similarly, we just recently, my wife and I just watched the live-action Pinocchio. It's several years old now. Robert Zemeckis did it with Tom Hanks as Geppetto.
Yeah.
And it is seriously one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
That these live-action remakes are extremely hit or miss. There have been some that are good, like the Beauty and the Beast one, pretty good.
I'm telling you, Gordon, so there's a show on Apple TV Plus now with Seth Rogen.
The Studio.
Yeah, at the helm, called The Studio, and it's a send-up of this big Hollywood studio and their desire to make money, yet make films that are relevant and critically acclaimed and all that, and Seth Rogen plays a studio head who has to answer to Bryan Cranston, who's like...
He's like the owner of the studio.
Yes, yeah, and it's such a funny send-up, almost mockumentary style of what Hollywood is now. Like, it's completely brilliant, but I'm not going to give too much away, but part of it is Bryan Cranston's character trying to sell to Seth Rogen to make a movie about Kool-Aid.
Yeah, we just signed the Kool-Aid IP.
Right. And the full-on panic of Seth Rogen trying to figure out a way to get Kool-Aid as a movie that's relevant.
Yeah, and Bryan Cranston telling Seth Rogen's character that we don't make films, we make movies.
Yes.
So yeah, that's this is a huge miss for Disney, and I think they just need to tap the brakes on all of the live action remakes. I know they're out of ideas, but let's just stop with that.
Did you guys see the Little Mermaid live action remake?
That was good too.
Good?
Yeah, that was good too.
I didn't see that.
It had what's her name, Melissa McCarthy as the octopus lady, whatever the villain. Ursula. Yeah.
I have seen very few Disney movies outside of like Star Wars and things like that.
Yeah, well, you had boys. So.
I know.
Yeah. I'm not good at seeing movies right now. I got to get better. I got to work on
That's
that.
okay.
Yeah, you do.
So, according to the Office of the Medical Investigator in New Mexico, Gene Hackman and his wife Betsy's remains are still unclaimed more than a month after their death.
Unclaimed?
That they are just sitting there on ice at the medical investigator's facility.
They haven't done anything? The bodies are sitting there?
Yeah.
They weren't cremated?
Now, officials say it's not unusual for bodies to remain unclaimed for a month after death, but and they say it's possible that the family is still making funeral arrangements or finalizing plans, whether it's cremation or whatever. But Gene has 3 kids, a son, Christopher, and 2 daughters, Leslie and Elizabeth, and they, of course, had a strained relationship, and he had written all 3 of them out of his will, although they may now receive his estate because his wife Betsy preceded him in death.
Yes.
And so, but yeah, it's unclear what's going on, if it's intentional that the kids are like, yeah, just let them rot.
I want Gordon's body to sit there for at least 6 months.
Well, okay, who said this? Who said that they were unclaimed? The bodies were unclaimed?
The medical examiner.
The medical investigator in New Mexico. That they're still in custody of the state.
How did they say it? Because there's a big difference in, I don't know what the deal is, but these bodies are still unclaimed. We still got them on ice, and none of the family's going forward. That's a different statement than, well, right now the bodies have not been taken away yet because the family has not been able to come in town and take care of this. That's the same information, but it's presented. It's very different in flavor.
Okay, well, here's what we know is that TMZ reached out to the medical investigator, and the medical investigator confirmed that the list of unclaimed decedents is updated online every Monday, and Gene and Betsy's name are still on the list.
God, it's so
we don't know.
sorry.
We don't know why, but they are still there. The fact is they are still there.
Can anyone go in and claim them now? Like after 30 days? Is it one of those deals?
It's like a lost and found.
It's like an old couch.
Is that weird? Yeah, it's like at the hotel concierge. Like, if nobody claimed that charger for a month, can I just have it?
Right.
Is that weird to be a news story?
So can you imagine me adding Gene Hackman to the Oswald bathtub?
Oh, my God.
Lovingly placing him in there.
Just changing out the ice every day.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you hear what you know what I'm saying there, though? Is that weird for it to become newsworthy?
That they're
like, how
unclaimed?
How does it get to the press? Like
TMZ.
I think it's
TMZ is just fishing
it's
for
a story
stories.
because I don't even think you're fishing for. I think the New Mexico medical examiner, whoever this is like, someone come get these people.
No, Davey, didn't you just report that they said it's not unusual for bodies to be unclaimed?
Yeah, I guess officials expounded when they were talking to the TMZ reporter. They said it's not unusual for bodies to remain unclaimed for a month after dying.
Okay, so these kind of stories work on Corby. You just heard him. It's so sorry that they haven't done this. What are they doing, man? These people, I swear, they're worse than Disney live-action remakes.
Isn't that the beginning of the Tom Jones song? It's not unusual to let bodies rot this long.
That is
not unusual. Let bodies rot this long.
Let's work it up.
Let's see. We have a
Tom Jones sucks. Yes, I said it.
No, you're nuts. He's great.
There's another Diddy lawsuit. I don't want to go into all of it, but the guy who is filing the lawsuit against Diddy, suing for damages, he claims he was a photographer working on set and that he was invited back to Diddy's trailer and ordered to perform the act of supreme admiration and then hold it in his mouth like a chipmunk. Oh my God.
What is all this ordering?
That's your fun fact on that.
Can you not leave? I would say, all right.
That's how Dave got the rant job, by the way.
Nope, keep it in.
Nope, not yet. I'm counting down. I'm counting down from 10,000. Nope.
I'm on 7,284.
No, it's fine. 8 pineapple.
All right, coming up next, it is the rant. Jeez. Bitches be crazy.
Right down there.
The rant.
518.
The Bohemian rant.
Live from Arlington. Live from Texas Live. How about that? It is time for our Thursday benchmark. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the rant. It's Davey Lane. It's Corby Davidson. And it's Gordon Keith.
Thank you.
Here we go. Brought to
Thank you.
E.T.'s Market and Bakery.
All right, Dave, let's go.
Can I promote Twitching tonight?
Oh,
5:35?
yeah. Twitchy Twitch.
Yeah, Twitch tonight. Oh, what did I say? 5:35 to 7:35 tonight.
So go to your TV stations.
No, it's twitch.tv/actual Gordon Keith. Totally free. I just hang out with the P1s on video and discuss life.
Is this on ESPN or NBA?
No, it's on Twitch.
No, Dave. No.
It's on Twitch. Okay. I know this first story you had on the Musers, and welcome back to the Musers, by the way.
Thank you.
Your extended spring break vacation.
Spring sabbatical.
Did you have
Thanks to all of our fine fill-ins, too.
Did you have a fun spring sabbatical, Gordon?
Yeah. Sat around and did nothing.
Well, that's called recharging the batteries.
There you go.
Well, I know you guys had this on, I believe, Muse in the News earlier in the week, but we haven't discussed it yet on the Hardline, and it's worth discussing. It is the story of Brittany Fortenberry. She is a teacher in Indiana. She was employed as a sub at the Metropolitan School District of Martinsville. Before that, she worked at Eminence High School in Morgan County in Indiana. But according to 5 victims that came forward earlier this month, Fortenberry had been sexually abusing them. She has been charged with 10 counts of child molestation, 8 counts of dissemination of matter harmful to a minor, 5 counts of contributing to the delinquency of a minor, and 1 count of sexual misconduct with a minor.
All her students?
Yes, and then following her arrest, more students came forward to say that it had also happened to them. So what did she do? Well, according to one of her victims, she would gather willing students.
Oh, no.
I don't believe they can be willing, Dave.
Well, curious students.
Okay.
And then she would ply them with drugs and alcohol.
Sex crimes.
And then she would convince them to participate in gongbongs.
How old are these people?
13 and 14,
school.
I think.
Yeah.
Shut up.
And according to this victim,
it gets worse, Corby.
That she would have the boys wear the Halloween Scream mask from the Scream movies.
Oh, my God.
And that they would rotate every 15 minutes in sessions that would go on for hours.
What? So
one of her victims said that she had a drawer full of toys, including Dilatos of all shapes and sizes, and that she had a stripper pole in the middle of her bedroom. Hold on, I'm going to show you.
Oh.
And
what are you reaching for?
I was just seeing that there was a fly on his story. I just want to make sure
that she would communicate with the students on Snapchat and send them nudes and sexual requests to kind of gauge their interest.
And she thought she would get away with this?
Yes. And these are, I believe, pictures that she has posted since she was initially arrested, or maybe they were...
Oh, no.
This is what they were dealing with. Well, you want to describe her, Corby?
I don't even really know
Go ahead,
what
Corby.
I'm looking at.
That's
Is that
a human
fupa?
being.
Yeah, it's a giant muffin top that melds into a fupa.
Okay. She's a bigger woman.
Tastefully.
With big fakers, it looks like.
Yeah, she had to get the fakers to even out the fupa.
Would you consider her around the goal line?
Yeah. That's a...
She's like the Jerome Bettis of teachers.
More like Vince Wilfork. Like, if I had to make one stop...
Oh, play the nose.
Yeah. But
her name's Brittany, huh?
Yeah,
Brittany. I mean, dude,
I'm just gonna
It's
say
usually a hot girl's name.
I'm just gonna say a disproportionate amount of these stories, the protagonist is a Brittany.
I don't understand.
Antagonist?
Okay, so
protagonist.
that's yeah. Well, I don't.
Main character,
not protagonist.
I don't know. It might be.
So, you're telling me that in the world we live in today, that this woman couldn't gather 4 to 5 people that were above the age of 18?
Well, that may be her deal, Corby.
Yeah, I believe she might be out on bond because...
How? How is she out?
Because she has been prohibited from having direct or indirect contact with any of the victims in her case.
Well, I would imagine so. They're in 7th and 8th grade?
So her trial is scheduled to begin on June 25th. Meanwhile, her husband has filed for divorce.
Oh, my God.
And
Did he say why?
He was fine up until the
irreconcilable
scream
differences.
mask detail.
With the mask?
You don't want to look him in the eyes.
Okay, do you guys remember the story of the...
By the way,
Go on.
last thing. The husband who is filing for divorce, he is seeking temporary custody of their 4-year-old child.
Oh no!
And I think that she had a son that was those guys' age. That was friends with those guys.
Bob can't even look at her.
I mean, it's just not.
So, married. Okay, do you guys remember the story of the local teacher that this was going on with, I think, the basketball team or something like that?
Well, you don't know if she was crazy.
What do you mean? I'm talking about a local teacher, not this one. Yeah.
I thought you said loco teacher.
No.
God.
So cheap. This wasn't that long ago. Gordon, you got to remember this. This was I think she may have been a substitute teacher, and she was having these students over, and it was very similar to this sounding, minus the scream mask. But it was...
Right.
It was 5, like the starting 5.
Yeah, that she would supply the drugs and alcohol, and they would all get trashed, and then she would have them in her hot tub or something.
Yeah, like a small town somewhere around here lady. That
does sound familiar.
The scream mask woman, though, it wasn't just any drugs. Did you get the detail of which drugs she gave them?
It wasn't in the story that I had, but I think you guys reported it, right? What it was?
It's magic mushrooms.
Okay.
It's not even like a...
So mushrooms to make them hallucinate that she's hot.
I guess so.
So they're eating mushrooms at 7th and 8th grade,
and then
how do you? Okay,
and then
how
imagine
do you have sex?
how you're all in scream masks and you're on shrooms. Like you're walking around and there's like
and
all
then
these
you see that
nude
naked
dudes in scream masks.
And your brain is not equipped for that buzz, by the way, at that age.
No.
And
at that age.
You can't
And then you look
either.
down at her privates, and it looks like that Sarlacc thing that Luke had to dive down into.
Boba Fett's trying to crawl out.
Sarlacc. That's a great reference.
All right, and then the other... Bitches be crazy. From DFW Airport. I know this has kind of been making the rounds as the video is out there. This was from March 14th. Are you aware of this, Gordon?
I don't think so.
Okay, so a woman named Samantha Palma. She was in Terminal D, and she was about to take a flight with her 8-year-old daughter. And she later told officers that she had not taken her medication that day.
Okay.
Red flag.
I'm sorry, not taking your medication would not cause this.
Well,
Corby has studied
Corby
this
Davidson.
case.
She, in the middle of Terminal D, the international terminal, the very nice terminal.
The nicest.
The newest. She stripped down totally nude.
Al.
And was dancing and screaming and running around. And there was
squirting water bottles.
Yes, squirting water bottles at officers, squirting water on herself. And there was a restaurant manager who was trying to intervene, and she grabbed his pencil and stabbed him in the head and face with it.
Oh. Dude, what?
And she bit his right forearm with her teeth, breaking open his skin and causing immediate bruising.
And all these people, including this guy, they weren't being... It wasn't like that they were being forceful with her. They were literally trying to corral her and be like, "Are you okay, ma'am?" And she snapped. I did not know, though, that her daughter was there to witness all this?
Yeah, I don't know where her daughter was when she was prancing around nude, but yes, her 8-year-old daughter was with her. And so officers finally were able to handcuff her, and she told officers she, quote, wanted to be with the flowers and that she was in a forest. So I guess that's why she stripped down to be nude in nature.
Can you tell me what medication would have stopped this?
No idea.
Like Tylenol?
She also says she identifies as several princesses such as Ariel and Pocahontas and called herself Venus at one point, and that she told officers she was going to go to heaven and that she came from hell.
But again, what medicine would have helped this?
Line up your pentagram.
She was in the car on the way to the airport when she, quote, manifested.
Oh, well, I wonder if she was driving her 8-year-old daughter around when all this happened.
So what did she look like?
I think they were getting she was maybe less out of shape than the substitute T-shirt, but not.
She was fine.
She was fine.
I've seen much, much worse. I don't know the details of the rest of this story, but I can guarantee you one thing: there's an ex-husband involved.
Well, there's an 8-year-old somewhere,
but there's not a husband. There's an ex-husband.
Sure.
There's no way anyone is sticking around with this.
She told officers that she didn't intend to hurt herself or others, but she was, quote, trying to make herself better, and sometimes that hurts.
Well, that's true.
So what do you get arrested for?
She was arrested and charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, the pencil.
What about the nudity and running around and all that?
I don't know. I mean, I guess maybe they can tack that on.
Nudity with a deadly weapon?
Well, just public indecency.
All right. Matt just sent me the video.
Are you watching it right now?
Yeah, much better than
would you?
Substitute teacher.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm going to go out and buy a Scream mask this afternoon.
Wrong story.
No, you're confused.
Oh.
Yeah, she doesn't ask for you to wear a Scream mask, but maybe that would plus things up for her. She's into role-playing. She likes being Ariel and Pocahontas.
So
she looks pretty good.
I know. Did all of the 14-year-olds have independent Scream masks?
Or did they share one?
Back on this. Did they share one?
Were they passing one around?
No, they all had them. That was one of the teacher's conditions. She said that she would do this with them under the one condition that they all wear those masks.
So yeah, you're on mushrooms. You're 14. You're with the substitute
and everybody
teacher,
has those
and everyone's
on.
wearing. Dude, no, not
it's like a really spare Eyes Wide Shut version.
God.
I guess did she go to the Halloween store and just clean them out of Scream masks?
So do you think that was her first time?
Or do you think that's like her deal?
She wanted to lose it to the Scream villain?
Yeah. Or is it like Ron Washington with cocaine?
Yeah. Oh, Corby.
Hadn't done it in a long time.
You're at opening day.
So this was a Samantha. We have Brittany and Samantha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The DFW woman was Samantha.
Hot names.
Those both,
Yeah, two generally hot names.
Those
but
both check out.
Although Samantha was the skank on Sex and the City.
Oh.
Thanks for saying that, Jay.
Have you ever been with someone in a Scream mask?
Me have it on or they have it on?
No, either way.
Yeah.
I was actually.
I've never been with someone and they have it on.
Have you ever?
I was actually asking Samantha, but
have you ever masked at all during that act?
Oh yeah,
masks. No, you haven't.
Absolutely.
Oh, I want to
Sure.
hear it. You make me nervous and you scare me.
Does pantyhose count?
Does a football helmet count?
Like the Jack Nicholson
in his Hutch
Easy
Packer
Rider
helmet.
Yeah, the no face mask though. It's like the old school one.
No, I think the full glare shield.
God. All right, Gordon. Thank you very much.
Patreon.com/sportsgreek.
And here's Dave.
All right, well, I didn't mean to sound the alarms when I said there was a shooting at an elementary school, but there was a shooting at an elementary school.
Okay.
But a non-alarm sounding one?
Yeah.
Like a water gun?
Turns out it was a shooting, but it wasn't really a shooting. Let me explain. So this was in Frisco earlier today that Frisco police were called to Hosp Elementary at about 9:30 this morning.
Hosps.
Hospice. And they received a report of a, quote, suspicious circumstance. So police arrive, and an officer saw that a classroom window had been shattered by an unknown object. And initially, they noted it as a projectile. Further investigation, they determined that the projectile was, in fact, a bullet. Bullet shattered the window at Hosp Elementary. But there were no injuries. Students were released early out of an abundance of caution, but detectives collected evidence, and they were able to find, this is nebulous, but they say they found the source of the bullet, and they don't believe that the bullet striking the building was intentional.
Huh.
So it was a misfire,
Like
or
a New Year's,
or like
empty it into the sky,
like Yosemite Sam.
Yeah.
You know, just
like when he's
firing
lifting
guns.
himself
Yeah,
off the
he would
ground.
actually lift himself
One of them
up.
ricocheted off the pavement and went into the window. Yeah, so they say, quote, there's no evidence to suggest that the school was targeted, nor is there a threat to the public, and students are safe to return to campus. So students will be welcome back to Hosp Elementary for class as normal tomorrow.
Okay. Okay.
Cups. But really bizarre, you know?
Very weird.
Very weird. We also have a follow-up on the case of Yella Beezy, the Dallas rapper who was just arrested for the murder of Mo 3, the rapper that was killed in 2020 on I-35.
I don't think either one of them, that is their actual name.
So, no.
You don't know that.
Yella Beezy, his birth name is Marquise DeAndre Conway.
Now you know that.
Yep.
His bail was set last week at $2 million. And so he had a court date on Monday, and he was petitioning to have his bond reduced. He was asking for it to be reduced to, Peyton?
$250,000.
Yes.
Yeah.
$250,000.
I'm sorry.
250,000.
250,000. I'm sorry. 100,000. $250,000. But I'm sorry.
Okay, now you're looping it. Now you're looping
Good.
it. No, it's not even. That wasn't even looped. That was what it was.
That was real.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yes, a $250,000 bond. So the motion from his attorneys argued that Yellow Beezy is not a flight risk because he was born and raised in Dallas County, and his family members live here, and they are lifelong residents. So
that should clear it up.
He has nowhere to go, nowhere to run to,
nowhere
to hide. And so the DA's office said at a hearing this morning that they would indeed reduce his bail from $2 million, not to $250,000, but to $750,000.
So what's bail like? What do you got to pay? 10%?
Well, I mean, if you pay it yourself, you pay the bail. But if you go through like a bondsman, then yeah, you pay like 10%.
Okay.
And then you sign your life away.
Basically, yeah.
If you default on that, then they take your entire net worth.
So our offices, are right down there by the American Airlines Center, which is close by Lou Sterrett, half-mile away from Lou Sterrett. And when you drive down there, it always is weirded me out. Just the amount of bail bondsman places.
All with the bail, the bars. Good grief. I got Peyton disease all of a sudden.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. But they have the bars on the windows.
Yeah. But all of them, I guess, make money. They've been there for decades and the same ones forever.
It's a proven business model.
It's unbelievable.
It's surprising that the government hasn't found a way to become bondsmen themselves.
Yeah.
Like, go ahead and pay us and we'll finance it for you.
Yeah, it would seem that that's an easy way to make money, but it's also sketchier than hell.
Oh, my gosh. It's the underbelly of society.
Yeah.
So if indeed Yellow Beezy can scrape up the $750,000 and is released on bond,
$250,000.
The conditions of his release would be he would have to surrender his passport, so he could not flee the country, and he would have to wear an ankle monitor and be under house arrest.
You know when they always say so-and-so has to surrender their passport? Are we sure that they have passports? Or is that just some sort of catch-all phrase for all these guys?
Yeah, I would imagine if you have a passport, then you have to turn it over.
But what about your driver's license?
I mean, he's a relatively famous rapper, so I guarantee he has a passport. He's toured overseas.
Okay. Are you sure? Easy Belly, what's his name?
Yella Beezy.
Yeah, okay, I was close.
Hold on.
What are you typing in?
I'm going to Spotify to give you his number of plays.
All right, I'm going to say that he is enjoyed by...
All right, we can do two things. Monthly listeners.
I'm going to say 50,000 monthly listeners.
I'm seeing Yellow Belly live in Budapest.
Okay. So
it's Yellow Beezy?
Yeah, monthly listeners and number of plays on his number one track.
All right. 50,000 monthly listeners, and his number one track has 7.5 million.
Bob, you want to play? Can you see on my screen?
No, I can't. I just feel like... I feel like Corby's got to be way high on that second guess, but maybe I'm crazy. So, what do you say for monthly?
I said 50,000.
Well, that feels high. Okay, 40,000. I'm going to go down just a tad, and then for the top track, 3 million.
Yellow Beezy has 676,000 monthly listeners. And his top track, That's On Me, has over 72 million plays.
Golly! Dave's right. He has a passport.
Yeah. I mean, he's not going on tour anytime soon, but...
Well, good for him.
He's known, and he's from Oak Cliff. So that's my hood.
That's my hood.
This is a bizarre story from Wills Point, Texas. As a Wills Point officer... arrested 2 Chinese nationals. He stopped them on I-20. The 2 men, Wei Jian Chen, 25 years old, and Wen Qiang Lin, 46 years old, He pulled them over in early August. They were in a Chevy sedan, and they were tailgating another vehicle.
So that's why they pulled them over?
Yeah,
tailgating?
Yeah, they were tailgating on the highway, and they pulled them over. And so they had a canine unit. Either the guy that pulled them over was a canine unit, or they called in a canine unit, and the drug detection dog alerted the vehicle. There's something going on here. Well, they didn't find drugs, but they found a backpack with 19 gold bars in it.
Gold bars?
Yes.
Gold bars? Where do you get those?
That is, Peyton, $250,000 of gold bars. And so...
Can you, go trade one bar in for, a car?
Yes, are you saying a bar of gold is like $12,000?
Evidently.
Maybe a little more, huh?
So initially...
would a dealership take that? Here you go.
What kind of dealership? A car
dealership? You go buy your car.
I'm more interested, would a bank
take a bar?
A bar of gold.
A bank would take a bar of gold, wouldn't they?
No way,
Or do you have to go to a jeweler or a rare metals dealer?
Nobody takes bars of gold.
Yeah.
Pawn shops do.
I bet you a bank does.
Okay.
We have many bankers.
You don't want to bet?
Well, I want to hear what they did with this.
Many bankers that can confirm or deny whether or not they take bars of gold and then convert those bars of gold into Rangers suites that they will then invite Corby to.
Fascinating.
So they initially thought that these were proceeds from illegal drug activity, but they now suspect it was from a group that defrauds elderly people with investment scams.
Okay, but are the bars real?
Yes, they're real. But they believe that the two men that they arrested were mules, not masterminds, and so they were surrendered to federal custody. So they were turned over to ICE, Immigration and Customs Enforcement.
What a thrilling, okay, it's one thing if you pull people over and you're the drug dogs are sniffing around, it's aha, 10 pounds of marijuana. It's another thing when you find bars of gold. That's like Pulp Fiction. You're like,
that's
oh
great.
My God.
Yeah, it's glowing.
Yes.
What kind of detective do you have to be that when you arrest two guys and then figure out that they're actually two mules and you were wrong the first time, you have to let them go?
Yeah.
So here is where it gets even crazier.
All right.
I'm sorry. I wasn't supposed to arrest the mule.
So the county...
no wonder he couldn't put his hands behind his back. Sorry. Go ahead.
The county in... what county is Wills Point in?
I don't even know where Wills Point is. I know it's local.
So the county reached a civil settlement in the case last month. And so...
Van Zant County.
Okay, so in Van Zant County. So the two men, Wei Zhan Chen and Wei Qing Lin, they, I guess, had public defenders. And so the lawyers for the two men, in payment for their work, each received 12 ounces of gold.
What?
How many ounces are in a bar?
I feel like they may vary. There are different size bars.
All right, could we, instead of getting direct deposit at work, could we be paid in gold bars?
And you bite it to make sure it's real?
All right, thank you.
Well, so this one says that a gold bar weighs 400 troy ounces.
Troy?
12.5 kilograms.
Troy.
What, do they take gold bars at Troy's right across the...
Maybe that's it.
...the beer garden from us?
And the value of a gold bar is now worth $1 million.
Okay, so these are smaller...
So these are smaller versions
of
that, yes.
Okay, so each of the lawyers got 12 ounces of gold as payment. So that left approximately $195,000 in gold that the county will now sell to purchase new vehicles for lawyers and investigators that work for the county.
They're going to go buy cars with bars of gold.
Well, they're going to sell the gold and then buy the cars. They're not going to take the gold to the car dealership.
Whatever. Fascinating. All right.
While not all banks deal with gold bars, some do accept them as deposits or for sale. However, local branch banks rarely buy gold back. To find out if a bank in your area handles gold bars, it would be best to check with your bank or financial institution. Okay, thanks.
By the way, so we're outside here, outside the ballpark in the beer garden. It's freezing. What's the temperature right now?
51 degrees.
Man, no, it's got to be more than that. I'm going to say 62 and breezy.
Arlington, it is 71 degrees.
What?
There's no way, dude.
It's freezing out here.
I enjoyed you last segment, though, saying you've never been colder when you actually were on the other side of the stadium and it was 28 degrees and we were doing the show outside last time.
I wasn't wearing shorts and flip-flops, though.
That's fair.